Hey guys, we're now ranking Sonic shows slash movies. Yay!
Movies. Oh my Sonic cartoons. I grew up
I'm
with them.
about to show. I'm about to show how very uncultured I am when it comes to Sonic shows.
Yep,
And Kevin.
only the
Oh,
best.
stop.
Anyway, so we're gonna start
I'm
this
just-
right
I'm
off
just
the
here for
bat. Anyway,
Alright.
Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. 3, 2, 1, go.
I guess I'll put it here for now. Maybe I'll put it up in my highest tier later.
I put in D.
I put it in D.
I put it in. I put it in A slash S.
You know what?
Actually,
Yeah,
maybe mine will be A, B, C.
This is gonna get us lynched because this show has a diehard fan base. But as you're gonna know, for me and Sonic shows, the more comedy focused Sonic shows are, the less I like of it because I don't like Sonic in that direction. Generally speaking, like he can have funny moments, but I if it's all comedy, it's just kind of bled to me. And like I don't know, I know this is like the first Sonic show, but like yeah, hashtag not my Sonic. Like I don't care about the laughs. It rarely made me laugh. The Sonic says about touching each other, it's totally cool.
That's no good.
It's that good. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, no, I don't. It's also the Sonic show between the old ones that I have the least like knowledge of. Like I watched a few episodes, but like I'm like I don't like Sonic like this. So that's a spoiler for another Sonic show a little later down the line. But like, yeah, I didn't like the show very much.
I think this show's kind of. I watched it. I watched it in 6th grade, and because I was a Sonic fan at the time, or I was starting to become one, and I was like, I want to get into the Sonic TV shows and cartoons. I just watched it, and my brain was on autopilot most of the time. I thought I enjoyed it at first, but as I kept watching them, they get boring, and they kind of felt all samey. It's always just the same plot, but just different shenanigans with Robotnik being stupid. And it doesn't help that I watched Nostalgia Critics video as well on it, because it was actually a funny video.
I do
Like,
like that review. Pretty good.
Also,
And I was
hashtag
like-
not my Robotnik.
Yeah, and it was, I don't know. The show's kind of a shitpost at times. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have any desire to rewatch this again. And if you kind of just watch, even if I see you watching it at the theater room, somewhere in the Airbnb, I wouldn't watch it with you. I would just hope you're alone, and no one is looking at you while watching.
Dang.
But yeah, and that's how I feel about it. I don't know. I mean, Sonic says it's kind of memey. I think my favorite one is putting Tails in the washer. That's it. Don't go the washer, kids.
Yeah, because you want to touch people.
Oh yeah, also don't smoke. Tails was smoking weed in that one too.
Well, this is actually the Sonic show that I have the most knowledge of, like out of the ones that I've seen. Like, this is the one that I've seen the most episodes of.
I'm so
Because
sorry.
I used to. No, well, this back when like YouTube allowed everything. Like, that was how I was able to watch the adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, it was all like split up into different parts and everything that have like all the episodes. I don't remember what channel it was, like what, or if that user is even still around. But I do remember watching episodes of it. I remember a lot of the episodes too. Well, maybe not a lot, but I remember some of them. Like, I remember Tails getting super speed in one episode. Another episode where Robotnik gets superpowers. I remember the one. What was that?
I was looking at the playlist. I was like, the episodes are still on YouTube. There's full-length episodes, and then I accidentally played 1 second of the intro of the top. They still have episodes on YouTube. They have full-length episodes from Wall Break
Damn, my
Superhero.
immersion's ruined.
Well, but like I remember, but yeah, like I remember. I remember a lot of episodes, like the one with the pseudo Sonic or whatever. It was like the Robotnik had like a mouse dress up as Sonic to like make him like a bad guy, like frame him for crimes and whatnot because he had his parents hostage or something. And like yeah, I already mentioned the super speed one, Scratch and Grounder becoming ninjas one time, which I actually I think this show has my favorite minions for Robotnik. I like Scratch and Grounder quite a bit.
They're the only ones that are worth the crap.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think they're I like them all right. Pretty good. I like the designs, and I know the voices might get kind of annoying. Like for some, but they're not for everybody, I'm sure. And there's also coconuts, and I even had like a story arc at one point with the Chaos Emeralds, but it was a different kind of Chaos Emeralds with like they were they were all like different looking, and they'd each give you a different power, like immortality and invulnerability and invisibility, and then like bringing things to life. And there was like a whole story arc about Robotnik trying to find them all so he could become the supreme master of the universe, where he gets all giant and like, yeah.
You really know a lot about this, huh? I mean, I do remember the Chaos Emeralds.
Don't get used to it, John.
This is all from memory too, actually. Like this is probably the most I want to talk about a Sonic show.
The only episode I can remember is the Brazy episode.
But I do actually like Robotnik in this show, kind of. Like like maybe not his necessarily his design, but I like the voice for him and
What the promotion?
Promotion.
Yeah, and he definitely has like a lot of meme-worthy lines. He's got like the no and the. Of course, he got the snooping as usual. That line that always gets used in YTPs. And there's other ones too. Tails may not be the best here. He's more like a little kid with like, and he's like usually like the damsel in distress kind of. Well, he's always a little kid, but he's like he doesn't have his gadgeteer genius kind of personality in this show, so that can be that might be a thing that many Sonic fans get behind. But
I was like, they rub in that Tails is a little kid even more in these cartoons.
yeah, especially in these early ones. I think like even with Sad AM and stuff. But I do remember enjoying it enough to like watch a good number of episodes. So I don't know how it is now. Probably if I watched it now, maybe I won't like it as much. But like I'm just going by my memories of it, and I just think it's a cool enough show. I think cool is fair for me.
Like I said, if I see you watching the Airbnb, no one's gonna like acknowledge you.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'll have the time to do that. I might be so focused on other stuff.
Good boy.
It's like I'm not gonna be. I don't think it would be a show that I just be like, oh, I just have to watch this again.
well, I'm glad you're better than that. You have a redemption arc.
Yeah, but what does Kevin think?
Yeah,
what is Kevin thinking? I'm with John and Noah on this one. Basically, I think that this show's only good for its meme and also Scratch and Grounder or Delight, but other than that, it's not really much going on. They try somewhat to make it like the games, but it just doesn't really work out very well. I don't know much about the episodes because I didn't watch too much of it as a kid, but at least I guess another positive thing would be like Eggman's character. Like he really tried his hardest to like have fun with it. I hate that. That's a good one. It's just the episodes weren't so appealing though. They weren't like that funny to me. Until
I think Robotnik himself was the best part of this show.
Like really not much to say about it. I just didn't really like got interested in it fully. And it just like I like there's so much more better media of Sonic than this.
Definitely. Like I would not
it's definitely a better show than shows like Legend of Zelda and what's his face?
Oh yeah.
The Mario Super show.
This is oh my gosh, this is pretty much
oh yeah.
What's a really, really good cartoon show? What you guys can think of?
SpongeBob.
Batman the Animated Series.
Sonic is pretty much SpongeBob compared to Legend of Zelda. So
Yeah, no, Adventures. If we're talking about cartoons back in those days, the fucking Adventures is like S tier by comparison to everything
Maybe
else.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then I don't know.
I didn't really. Oh, I was talking more like video game shows, but like. I didn't even like the.
One of my favorite shows back in the day was
Yeah,
Teen
but
Titans.
Turtles wasn't a video game.
right, yeah, it was a comic book at the start of it.
I don't care. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, I don't know.
Mm.
I don't care that you don't care, you fool bitch. Anyway.
Yeah, like not much to say here. Like I talk a lot about stuff about the better shows than this. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. It's just there for memes.
Also, Steve Urkel Sonic. Did I do that?
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Now we have Sonic the Hedgehog, aka Sonic Sat AM. 3, 2, 1, go.
Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. Sonic, I've only seen one episode of the show.
Okay, so we got it pretty much mid.
Hot.
And if I watched it more, I probably would have it a bit higher because I do hear that this show can actually be
Definitely
pretty
improvement.
good.
Like, here's
But
the
I've only
thing
ever
for
seen one
me.
episode.
Well, here's the thing for me is that I love these characters in this show. You know, I love Sally, I love Rotor, I like Bonnie, Rabot, Antoine. I love them all. I love them all in the comics. In the show itself, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Like
I remember the comics.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like I love the Archie comics, even if it got melodramatic at some points. Thanks, fucking Ken Penders. But yeah, how's that lawsuit going? But like, I think the show is pretty good. It's pretty good. Like, you know, I love these characters, and that's what holds the show. I know you were saying like Scratch and Grounder is probably the best henchman, but like I think Snively's a little bit better than them. Personally
That's
speaking.
If I remember right, I think he's voiced by Charlie Adler, who like also voices.
I was about to mention that.
Well, I know Robotnik's voiced by Winnie the Pooh.
Bro, he made Robotnik the most evil he will ever be in his life. Like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
That was crazy. I do remember seeing clips of that. It's just like, oh, that's good. That's very good indeed.
I wish he just had a scene where he goes, "Oh bother."
That's probably one of my most favorite like Eggman / Robotniks ever. Like top 3 even.
He does look like really cool. Like I distinctly remember Nostalgia Critics review with the whole like, oh surely you can't make Robotnik the least bit intimidating. And then he cut to a scene where like Robotnik's just the mother of all death glares on Snively with his like eyes glowing. It's like, oh.
I think Jim Cummings and Charlie Adler's are like one of the greatest like.
I love Charlie Adler. I love him for his work on Count Chicken.
Like they work perfectly together. Like they're like unbeatable.
Yeah. One of my favorite Robotnik lines from the show, and I want to say this to a child one day. A nice dream, but dreams are meant to be broken.
How would you say that to a child?
They need to accept reality, John.
You don't care, he's evil.
I mean, I suppose not everyone would probably be into super evil Robotnik, but I think it can be pretty cool. I do like his design, like the voices.
I mean, I like Eggman when he's a combination of threatening and jokester, but like if I had to take the super silly one versus the super serious one, I would rather take the super serious one.
That would probably be me too.
I agree.
But yeah, no, I love the characters, and that's why it's the show itself. It's pretty good.
The thing that sucks about it though is that it got canceled.
Yeah,
because they're like setting up. They had like that cliffhanger ending with the what was it? It was only 2 seasons, right? So
yeah.
Yeah, like the cliffhanger ending with Snively taking over as the big bad because Robotnik left, and he had someone else with him. Which,
I mean, on the bright side, at least that story continued in the Archie comics. But like in terms of just a show, yeah, it sucks that we didn't get it animated.
Was that supposed to be Metal Sonic at the end with like the because it had like the red eyes?
No, I don't think that was.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I thought I've heard about how it's supposed to be somebody else, and I heard how they were going. If the show was to continue, they would have added in Knuckles in the next season.
Yeah.
Well, that would have been cool.
So that would have been nice.
Yeah, but Knuckles showed up in
like
the other show, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah.
John?
Okay, so now for me, it is better than Sonic the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, but I don't know, I don't really find it as much. Like there were some episodes that I enjoyed. Like I think some of the plot lines, I'm trying to remember the most I remembered from it. Like I think definitely the episode that stood out to me was like when Uncle Chuck was around. Like I know that Sonic went to the past. I think he met with his
the mustache, no?
younger self.
Yeah.
I think that was pretty cool. I think like a blast from the past. I think that's the episodes are called. I think those episodes stood out to me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I don't even like. There was definitely some interesting plot points and such, and you may wonder like why am I like kind of saying good things about it even though I put in to C. Unlike you, Noah, I'm the opposite. I'm not a fan of the freedom fighters thing. I'm not a fan of the character.
Big fan.
like I'm not a Sally Acorn fan. Like I don't care about Rotor, Antoine, or whatever. I don't give a shit about these characters. Like to me, they're not really real Sonic characters. Like,
you bastard. They were in Sonic Spinball, goddammit.
I don't fuck Sonic Spinball. Those were made by Americans, anyways. They don't.
I never knew they were in any of the games. I just know they came from the Saturday show.
Well, there was gonna be a Saturday AM game, but it got canceled, and they were references in Spinball.
I know Yuji Naka rejected it. Probably the only good thing he's done.
Yeah, because he's homophobic.
I know. I've seen the intro to this show too.
I've
seen the intro to this show too. I think the
fuck, that's even worse.
Yeah, I know the intro's fire. I'll say that. I do like the intro song. That's pretty fire.
Yeah, you got like all the explosions in the song and Robotnik being all like "curse you, Sonic" at the end.
Like I never had I never really fully finished it because it just I don't know. It didn't really grasp my attention the whole way through. I did see the ending from what I saw with Sonic and Sally. I thought that was cool, but
yeah,
I don't know.
That's pretty much. Like I've only seen like the first episode, and I've seen like the last moments from like the final episode. That's all I've seen out of this show. But I would probably, I'd be cool with like watching it again sometime just to see how it is. Because I think if I were to like kind of watch through it, I might. There's a chance I would consider it better than Adventure.
I mean, it is. But,
yeah.
I mean, it definitely.
Because I do like what I've seen of it.
I do appreciate the story structure it does take and all that, but it's just not for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel. Kevin?
Alright, so I talked about already how amazing Eggman is and him being voiced by Jim Cummings and working with Charles Adler, aka Snively. So the other characters, we got new ones. We have Rotor, you have Antoine, Bunny, and of course everyone's favorite and well-known Sally Acorn. It was a really good set of casts back in the day until like the new ones showed up and took over pretty much at the end of their whole career. But it was still a very nice run. A little 2 seasons of Eggman actually being a serious villain once, and Sonic just trying his best to form his like freedom fighters team, if you will, and take him out. I think my favorite episode that I remember was when Eggman made like this copy of Sally, and she tried to infiltrate freedom fighters, get all their secrets and whatnot. I think that's what the plot was, until like the real Sally comes up and just like wins at the end.
And she's just like, stop that.
And Taylor's like, that's not the. Where's the funny kiss? Oh, the funny kiss? No, that's not it.
Oh yeah, Tails is kind of like a. Isn't Tails kind of treated like a child in this show? Like he's just kind of like
Yeah, Kira
Yes.
even more as a child than ever.
yeah, like then even then like the adventures because like even like I've seen clips of like Bunny reading him bedtime stories and stuff, and it's just like oh, that's
One night
kind
steak
of.
or whatever.
Well, yeah, he's
I'm
probably
gonna
like
see you
6.
with my
He's
teeth.
probably like 5 or 6 in the show.
Yeah.
Stop making Tails a damn baby. God damn.
So Sonic does voice by Steve Urkel still, but he does do a better performance due to like the bit more serious vibe to it. But obviously, they're still funny. So it's a kids show, so it's not gonna go too extreme with that.
Yeah,
So there's like some hidden innuendos there here and there.
Oh, my.
probably in terms of like the concept of it, it's like the Batman animated series of Sonic. Not necessarily in like quality, but like in terms of like the tone of the show.
There is Sonic X, the Japanese version.
Oh well, yeah, maybe so.
I would consider it that pretty much. But
Yeah, we shall see.
sometime if I was a chance to watch it again, I would. But I'd rather watch others.
Yeah, I'd watch it again if given the chance because I do remember it being on Netflix for a time. I don't know if it is now, but I do remember it being on Netflix like years ago.
Yeah, Paramount Plus.
I believe they're still on Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah, I know Sonic X was on. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but Sonic X was on Netflix for a while. Maybe it still
only
is.
It's still on there.
Only like either the first season or the first 2 seasons of Sonic X is on Netflix. The Meta X is definitely not on Netflix.
Well, I'll save my thoughts.
More on
Sonic
that
X
later.
when we get to it. Yeah.
But anyway, let's move on to the Sonic the Hedgehog OVA the movie. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so I'm gonna start off by saying that, like, I don't know where the fuck. I don't know where the fuck this universe takes place. I don't know if this is an established universe from somewhere or they just pulled shit out of their ass. Because, like, I don't understand why there's a president, why there's a Beta Elise in the movie. I don't know.
Beta Elise. Oh, jeez.
But other than that, this OVA is pretty good. It's pretty good. I think the voice acting is very 90s, but you know, I think overall it was a really good time. I would put it at S. If it got remade with better voice acting, I would slap that S. But I think it's a damn good time. But yeah, it's so fucking weird sometimes. Like, anytime it's not focused on Metal Sonic, like, every time we get cuts to characters that we never know, never care, and then, you know, Robotnik wants to marry Beta Elise.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I agree. It's disgusting. It's so fucking weird. This OVA is weird, but it's also great.
I've never like I know very little about like I've seen reviews of like I know Nostalgic Critic reviewed this as well, and I've watched that review, but I haven't seen it in a while, so I don't remember like the full plot of this one. Like I do know this seems to be like the OVA where Knuckles gets his hat that like we associate with him a lot, and I think it had like there was like well, it's not really an adult thing, but it had like some kind of dirty jokes in it. Well, not dirty jokes, but like it had some stuff that was like censored, I think, in later versions or something. Because I think there is one moment where like there's like an upskirt shot with Tails or whatever, and like Knuckles is all like, "I never thought you stood that low," or however he sounds. I don't know. I mean, I would probably watch. Like it's really pretty short, isn't it? Like it's not even an hour long, I guess.
Yeah, it's like an hour long. It's like 50 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, I thought it might have been like 40 or 50 minutes at least. But I guess I probably would check it out just to like see how it is. But I mean, I guess I'm probably not expecting too much out of it. But like, I guess it's something that people still remember exists. Not like they want you to forget that it exists or anything. Like, it's kind of sort of still talked about.
Okay.
Who's next?
So I put this on S. This is like one of the best Sonic animations I've seen. This is like Sonic CD like. I mean, I don't think it's directly inspired by the Sonic CD opening by any means. But I think just having a plot line revolved around it is really cool. Like, this is definitely more of an action-packed movie. Like, it does have some badass scenes with Sonic versus Metal Sonic. And those fights are really cool. Even, like, the characterizations, like, they're funny. Like, they're fun. Even the owl guy with sunglasses, he's rad as well. And then like,
he's trying to be hip with the kids.
I don't know, it's just funny. The music's also pretty catchy too. That's some very, even Lookalike. The song Lookalike is so interesting. Like, I could tell this definitely just Japanese singers like singing in English. Like it's clearly obvious, but it's just, I don't know. It's just kind of catchy song, I'd say. The storyline it's pretty simple, but I mean it's really just get into and just watching it honestly, because it's just like a lot can just happen. You can't really like miss out on it, and even then like the characters are fun. The interaction with Sonic and Knuckles is pretty cool. Even Knuckles a cowboy hat was also neat. But I don't know. I would think this movie is like, I believe like this is like a love letter to like the Sonic Genesis games and CD, or like at least Sonic's origins. By that, I'm just referring to Sonic 1, 2, CD, and 3, because they have Knuckles from 3. They have Metal Sonic from CD. So, I don't know. I think it's a fun movie. Although it is silly, though, that Robotnik is trying to marry Sarah. That's like Beta Elise's name. But it has some iconic quotes and such, and people would use Sonic OVA as AMVs and whatever, so it's definitely a good time if you want to watch it. It's not too long either. Like, if I see you watch it at the Airbnb, I'd watch it with you, and I tell everyone else to come watch it.
And they walk in, and then
like
Sonic goes, "Shut up, Tails!"
I feel like there's gonna be a theme where it's just like, all right, when I watch this at the Airbnb, why not?
Like, if I hear Mark screaming and John in the pool, like, I'll be like, "Shut up, Mark!"
Shut up, Mark!
For me, I'm a personally witness it and just like smile.
Mark is the fucking OVA Tails.
Like,
Undoubtedly.
Just a little bitch.
Wow.
I love the cheesy voice acting too. It just fits for the 90s. Honestly, I kind of like Classic Tails' voice. It just kind of fits him.
I like the scene where Eggman at some point kidnaps the princess, and then as she throws him in the machine, he jumps in, and then becomes so fucking fat where he's just like, "Oh, I gotta fit in here," and then he fits just fine after the animation's over.
Oh, you know, you know what the cursed scene in that movie? I just remember this. This is a deep cut. I have a picture of it, actually. Let me show it real quickly while I find it. But there's a scene where Robotnik was fantasizing about his future with Sarah and how
I knew you were going to bring that up, because I was about to bring that up. Like, it's just a bunch of Eggman children, and it's the grossest thing I think I've ever seen in my life.
I have the picture. Let me go find it. If I could.
I don't know if we're ready, Kevin.
Yeah, all right.
Talk about it while I find it.
So I like this movie for a couple of reasons. One, the animation's fantastic. It's one of the closest things we'll get to like Sonic looking like in the actual games. The fight scenes of Metal Sonic were really good. Obviously, I remember it most from Sonic's quote to him when he headbutting him. You think that you know everything I'm gonna do, but that won't help you because I know everything that you're gonna do. Ironic, isn't it?
Strange, isn't it?
Oh, strange, isn't it? Whatever, it is what it is. But...
Metal Sonic looks pretty cool, actually.
don't get Sean on me.
I've seen of it.
Knuckles rocking with that hat is really cool. I always enjoy that hat. Definitely better used than the other media he's used it in.
Debatably.
You know what I'm talking about. I'm not.
I don't.
I'll talk about that later. my gosh, what was? Oh yeah, Eggman, being Goofy Eggman again. Just kidnapping Sarah, the princess, Bill Metal Sonic, and these other robotic robots. This one is like this took place in like what the planet Freedom or Land of the Sky or something like that.
I don't remember.
Okay, it's something with Land of Sky, Land of Darkness. There's like two versions of it, but yeah, there's just basically just saving this princess, and they fight a bunch of robots. But it was again very nice animation. Um, Good to see that Sonic is doing Sonic things. This is probably my favorite version of Sonic versus Metal Sonic, if I'm being completely honest. Because like him and Metal Sonic don't fight much, except like in Boom, I'd say, in the Mania Adventures.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think this is like that battle is peak in this series, so that's what I appreciate it more. So,
Fair.
Yeah. So
I think Metal Sonic looks pretty cool, actually.
He does.
Like with all these gifs I've seen of it.
It was a big deal back then, and they made him a bigger deal in Heroes.
Yeah.
A time for another day. Anyway, up next we have Sonic Christmas Blast. 3, 2, 1, go. I can't believe there's a third blast thing in this franchise.
I didn't even know that this existed.
Yeah, I've seen this one.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I'll put it in C.
Oh, really? Okay, so you're the
Am I
only one.
interested or not?
So okay, I've actually seen this. This was I remember my friend my friend back in middle school played this, and we just watched it all of a sudden. I didn't know this existed until my friend showed it to me. It was a long time ago, but the plot is basically I think you may have already guessed it, but I'll still share it anyways. Robotnik, it's Christmas. He wants to take over. He wants to be Santa Claus, get all the presents, blah blah. Evil things, and Sonic's trying to stop Robotnik and save Christmas. Since kids are like gonna miss out on it. He doesn't want and such. The only thing that it's basically a Sonic Adventure of Sonic the Hedgehog spinoff in some way. The weirdest part, what stood out to me the most, that the intro was unique and they had better animation. While the just for the intro, but then when the show plays, it's just not Sonic Said AM. It's Adventure of Sonic the Hedgehog again. Sally makes a cameo in that one, surprisingly. She doesn't have lines, but Sonic runs into her, and her face is covered with like with a coat and scarf. Like she doesn't say anything, but you can clearly tell it was her. And then Sonic just runs off. It was kind of weird.
That is weird because the two shows. This is supposed to be an Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog movie, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Sally makes a cameo. It's kind of weird. But But she doesn't have any lines. They kind of keep her like as anonymous. You can clearly tell it's her. I'm not sure even Sonic said her name or not. I don't remember. But yeah, even the music is all like all the background songs you would hear from Adventure of Sonic the Hedgehog. You would hear it, but it's Christmas vibe. Like you hear jingle sounds, the snow. I don't know, just like it's Christmassy. I think it's a fine time. I guess I wouldn't say it's like great. It's not something I would need an urge to watch during Christmas time. Like I don't know, like Charlie Brown or something. It's not like you would need to watch that every year for Christmas, like you do with Charlie Brown. So whatever y'all do for fucking Christmas, not like. But
I watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I love that movie.
I don't know. I just remember I liked it. I think I find it better than just watching any episode of Adventure of Sonic the Hedgehog. That's all I gotta say. I think
I just picture Robotnik dressed like Santa Claus, and the kids are all like, "Santa, what happened to your mustache?"
I think that did happen. I think there was a scene where he did like try to.
It got a promotion.
I think he did. I think there was a scene where he did like try to have like a meet and greet with Santa, and all the kids were like crying or whatever. Or they're kind of suspicious of him. I think that's something like that did happen.
I wonder if there's any gifts in this.
But yeah, at the end, Sonic gets all the presents for Robotnik, and Christmas is saved.
Hallelujah.
I think
Same
Santa Claus
for
is showing at
us.
the end too, like the real Santa Claus. I think so. I don't know.
Oh, I think I think I just found that. I think I just found that Sally cameo you were talking about.
Oh, really? Okay, so I knew it wasn't going crazy.
Kind of looks like that.
Oh, never mind. Okay, that must be it then. Okay. I thought she was just. Okay,
Nope, we got nothing.
I guess I misremember the scene, but she wasn't in it. I guess she just didn't have any lines.
Wait a minute.
The animation did look a little better in some way. Okay, it wasn't just a.
Oh, so
Yeah.
so it is.
That is such a weird. Is that? I'm willing to bet that's the entire clip.
No, it is. That is the entire clip.
It's just Sally shows up, be like, "Hey, that's my girlfriend." Mwah, bye.
I think that's what it was. Yeah. They had shading and such. Like, yeah, this show has like better animation for some weird reason.
Well, this is supposed to be a Christmas special. And just like that, we're moving on.
I think that's for the best.
Alright. Up next, we got Sonic Underground. 3, 2, 1, go.
Haven't seen. I don't know whether or not I'd be interested in it. I feel like maybe not. Because I think the only thing I know about it is like Sonic in a band. And I think that's the extent of my knowledge on that.
I mean, yes and no.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe so.
Tell me, oh wise Sonic sages. What am I missing out on, if anything?
Not much.
You're missing out on Sonic having a sister and a brother, and they're voiced by the same as Sonic.
Wait.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, Julia White.
Sonya?
He voices Sonya and Manic, yeah. He voices all three of them.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you know, it's kind of weird, but like if you listen to them back to back, you can clearly tell it's him.
I guess I never really noticed back. For Manic, maybe, but Sonya, that kind of surprised me.
His designs actually don't look they look pretty alright, I guess.
Well, I guess I'll just play my cards on the table. I have a lot of nostalgia for Underground. Like, it was no, like, Sonic X back in the day, but, like, I remember when cereal boxes actually had cool shit in it. I remember, like, there was, like, this promotion that some cereal box, I don't remember which cereal box it was, but, like, it had a, kind of like a demo disc, but, like, it had, like, 2 episodes of Sonic Underground and 2 episodes of the Super Mario Bros. 3 cartoon. And the two things I took away from that is, one, there's a scene in the Mario cartoon where Luigi's colored as Mario at one point, and the other thing was like, you know, I kind of like this. I don't know why, but I kind of like this. That's the vibe I got. And when there was talks about it getting brought back through a fundraiser, which didn't go anywhere, I was like, I would like if they found their mother finally. Because, like, I find this is a pretty charming little show. Like, I think it's a nice blend of humor versus serious between the two shows. Knuckles is in it, and he's actually pretty faithful from the games. He gets tricked by Eggman, and then they make up. Then he has a crush on Sonya, you know, just like the video games. But yeah, no, like, I actually, they're not my favorites, Eggman henchmen, but I actually did like Sleet and Dingo. I don't know. I don't know why I find it more interesting. I find the most interesting henchmen are the ones that are not machines, because like a lot of Eggman's machines are just like, hey, we're your creation, and we're just gonna like be stupid because you made us. But I like organic stupid people. And they had the pretty nice arc with like, again with they brought the Chaos Emeralds back in Underground, and that was also the Knuckles show, not that show. I meant the episode, not the show. Fuck that show.
Fuck you.
But yeah, fuck you too.
Oh, shut up.
I'll deal with you in like 5 hours. But you know, like yeah. It's just honestly, it's kind of like it's more of a lighthearted Sad AM is what the show really is, and honestly, it's like there's also like has that thing where cartoons had like 2 musical tracks in each episode, and like none of them are like headbangers, but like some of them are like earworm catchy shit. That's like, oh my god, it's not that good, but like why is it stuck in my brain now? But yeah, generally I like it, even though this shit is beyond not canon to anything, not even the comics, because Sonic is not a prince. He doesn't have siblings. His dad's a robot. His mom is normal. And his grandpa was a robot, but then turned normal, which is why I'm wondering why the dad didn't want to be normal. I guess he thought robots were cool too, but I'm diving into a totally different media. I like it. Like it's pretty good for me. Nostalgic. Go.
Am I
Is
the
it
only
go?
one left?
Well, no, Eli, you said okay. Never mind.
Eli was
I don't know what
first.
to say. I only watched like a couple episodes. I tried watching the first couple. I was not into it. I think it's stupid giving siblings. I feel like they just run out of ideas creating a new show, and they just get the bottom of the barrel just by making a fucking rock band. The intro is the only good thing about it. The Knuckles episode was pretty dumb.
I very strongly agree with John on that one. The intro is the only thing that I remember of and think that's pretty good. But there are some good values to it. I think what Noah said earlier about Sleet and Dingo, I think they're interesting also. New take to it. I really don't get how Sonic has like siblings and never used them again afterwards. And the fact that they didn't have like a actual conclusion is very weird to me.
The show got canceled,
And again,
just like the others.
It's very nice to see Dr. Robotnik. Was Robotnik voice Benjamin Cummings on that? I don't remember.
No, he was not. He had a different voice.
Oh,
and
boy. All right.
And that Robotnik was also a mixture between serious Eggman and lighthearted Eggman, which is something.
All right, that's fine. That's good, but yeah, not much else to say after that. I wasn't invested into it at all, really. Otherwise,
that's fine. Anyway, I think we can move on to Sonic X. Do we want to do the 4Kids version first or the Japanese? You know, let's go 4Kids first, because I'm sure that's the one we've all experienced the most.
Yes.
Yep.
Which one is that? Is that the green one?
Yeah, it's the green one. Alrighty.
All
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, now I'll do it.
Kind of, sort of. I mean, I haven't seen too much of it, but I guess I'll put it in cool maybe. I don't know if I should put it in cool.
So,
I guess.
John, you go first for once.
Okay, so this is Sonic X 4Kids was basically the first Sonic media that ever got me into Sonic. Actually, I didn't even play the games much yet. Honestly, Sonic X was a brother showed me, and she introduced me to Sonic X, and it got me addicted and binging the whole entire show. Because like a brother said, there was a mystery that needed that was like never really answered, and I don't know what he was even talking about because it never even happened in the show. It involved some character that stole the Chaos Emerald. It involved the character that stole the Chaos Emerald, and he didn't know who stole it. And I was like, what plotline had that? I don't even remember. Is it? I also want to count Shadow, I guess. I don't fucking know, but whatever. I like the show regardless. Like it got me to know the characters and such. Let's see. Because I even recognize Jason Griffith's Sonic's voice because that's what I grew up knowing. At least when I was like in my early phase before like I started. This is like literally like around 2010. This is like before Roger Craig Smith got taken over. Before we even heard a sample of his voice. But I like Sonic X a lot, honestly. And even the English dub, I still think it holds up pretty well. Now, I mean, spoiler, I find the Japanese way better, but if we were to like rewatch Sonic X, I wouldn't mind watching the dub, honestly. Because I think some of the dubs is like nice. It's nothing like too different. I just think like season 3 should be watched subbed for the most part because I think season 1 and 2
Yeah.
is untouched. Minus the Maria part of Adventure 2, like
The Adventure 2 stuff got censored
no, it
quite a
did.
bit, but like everything else should be fine.
Yeah, and they already
I
had,
can kind of see why they did the Adventure 2 stuff. I mean, it sucks, but I mean,
yeah,
I know Shadow's story is like probably the darkest Sonic story, or at least one of the darkest. So I guess I can kind of see why they neutered it in the show.
but
Because
no, I
did
enjoyed it.
they? Because didn't they adapt? They adapted both adventure games, didn't they, into the show?
Yes.
Like
Both
the first one.
Adventure
And
and Battle. They kind of adapted Battle. It's very loose though.
Oh yeah, they did do battle, but like, yeah, you're
because
right.
I do
it
know,
was
because I do
loose.
know Shadows in the show. Like this was like the first Sonic show I believe that he's in.
But yeah, I just find it like entertaining, honestly. Like even the music is kind of just a little weird at times. I mean, Chris Thorndike, I don't really. Now, I'm not like the biggest hater out of all other people. I mean, he can be kind of a nuisance, I guess, but he never really pisses me off. Where it's like, oh, this show sucks. Fuck Chris. It'd be better without him.
It's
Like, I
it's,
like, I feel like,
apparently quite popular to hate on him.
It would be better off without him.
like he's not like I mean, yes, he is like the weakest character in this in the show, but honestly, he's kind of he's kind of a bit of a nothing. Like, I just don't really pay much attention to him.
He's one of those.
don't
He's one of
know,
those just there characters, I guess.
I don't know about just being there, especially the end.
Okay, the season 2. I think that part was
I'm better
he was
without.
hella selfish at the end of season 2. He was very selfish.
I say that.
Man,
No, I'm not sure if the dub made him seem like more of a brat and selfish than the Japanese. I haven't really watched another Japanese to compare, but I know like they kind of made Chris more annoying in the dub in some way. Just had the lines that they gave him to make him seem like a pampered
Well,
child
to be fair, he's
who has
annoying.
abandonment issues.
He's not a dub or sub.
But but even so, I still enjoy it, and it still holds up to this day, pretty much. Like, I don't know if you want me to talk about the whole plot. Not whole plot, but at least talk about like my favorite point. I mean, I know we're talking about both versions.
I mean, honestly, well, let's just put the Japanese version in there too. We might as well.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like
Yeah.
I have a feel like we're gonna be talking about both anyway.
yeah.
yeah, that's fair.
All right, just
Okay,
slap
so-
the Japanese version up there.
I'll put the Japanese.
Well, I would
Okay.
definitely say that I am interested in the Japanese version, even if I haven't seen it. Like this one's at the top of my interested category.
So the thing with Sonic X as a whole, especially the Japanese version, it has some amazing music. They didn't put some adventure game music. Not rarely. They don't often put it, but they put it sometimes. It's super rare though. Like, I
They
think
put
the
it
most
in the
notable
moments
one-
that matter.
Yeah, the most
Yeah.
notable one was "Live and Learn" from BioLizard. They actually put that song.
Yeah.
in.
Oh,
which
nice.
was pretty nuts.
Yeah.
They didn't put the Game Over music from Sonic Adventure and from Season 3, and they put in Radical Highway music.
Wait, there's a game over theme for
That's
Sonic
neat.
Adventure.
No, yeah, there's a compilation on YouTube where they said, oh yeah, clips of Sonic X Japanese where they used gaming music. Yeah, they used Game Over music from SA1. They used Radical Highway. They probably used one of the cutscene music for Adventure 2, I believe. Don't take my word on it. But I told you it's not a lot, but it's still really nice. I think it weighs so much emotion, especially with Season 3 too. Like I haven't seen much. Now I'm not the biggest Metarex fan when I first watched it on 4Kids, but
Nobody was.
there's definitely a lot of things that they handled so much better in the Japanese that I saw that I kind of would want to rewatch at some point. Just maybe the Metarex Saga to give a better chance, because like they altered some stories a lot, especially like with Cosmo's death, of how that's handled, especially with the emotion
Cosmo's
that.
death. That one, I forgot her name, but the girl who was the not Maria for a mini Shadow arc.
Yeah.
And like that's the most one of the more famous censors, because like in the sub version she just straight up dies, and to Shadow
Yeah.
that's like losing another Maria. In the English version she just flies away.
Yeah, I didn't like that episode when I first watched it.
Hmm.
But also another thing too, Dark Sonic. Now,
Oh,
I find it.
I didn't know. I didn't know if that was a real thing or if like it was edited.
Well, it was real.
No, it's real.
It just lasted for a minute.
I don't know what your guys' thoughts on Dark Sonic. I think it's cool, but at the same time, I'm a fan.
It's a nothing
it sounds
burger.
like
Honestly,
it sounds like a fan fiction.
I like Dark Sonic more in that fan-made animation for Nazo Unleashed, where like Tails almost dies and Sonic's witnessed it, and he just went all apeshit on Nazo. I don't know if any of you watched that. Remembered that?
I've seen it. Yeah, I've watched.
I haven't seen that shit in years.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. I highly recommend that.
But yeah, Dark Sonic is a big old nothing burger. Like if there was like at least a mini plot focusing squarely on it, like maybe somebody other than Eggman to get him back to his senses. Because
Wow.
I think it'd be pretty cool if Dark Sonic just went apeshit and just started destroying everything mindlessly, and like it would take like a bunch of people to calm him down. But no, it's just hey, I'm gonna destroy these near indestructible Metarexes, and then Eggman's gonna tell me to chill out.
And that's it.
And that's it, yeah.
That's like.
I don't know why they included that scene. I'll be honest. I mean, it's cool, but it lasts too short.
One of the most disappointing things is that I was hoping Dark Sonic was a censored option, because like I thought it was like surely there must be more to him in the sub. Maybe he was like too violent for us American bitch babies can handle, but no, he's no.
If you want a good example of a bitch ass baby move, remember, I don't like the way you hurt Cosmo and Chris.
Oh, boy.
It's one thing to keep them prisoner, but when you actually hurt somebody, that's going too far.
Damn, I don't know
Is
how
that
you.
Vector?
No, that's Eggman.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
Eggman. No, man.
It's Eggman.
It sounded like with the voice you had.
Like imagine being the Hitler of your universe and then saying shit like that.
That's wild.
He said that. Don't you do that every day?
Hey, look, I shoot rockets at Sonic all the time, but if I actually hurt him, I'll back up.
Sonic all the time.
Hey, he's speaking literal, like, because wait, who got hurt? Was it Chris or Cosmo?
It was Chris and Cosmo, yeah.
Okay, it was Chris there. Okay, when he says somebody, he means humans. You know, if it was animals, it's fine. They can get shot, they can be bludged, they could, like, have their fucking heads cut off. But if it's a human, no, that's going too far.
So, I feel like I've only seen a couple episodes of this because I started watching it on Netflix, and then for whatever reason, I stopped, I guess, because I was just getting focused on other things at the time. I don't even know what I was doing at the time when I was watching this. But I feel like out of all the Sonic shows that I haven't extensively seen, this would be the one that I'm most interested in watching, because I think out of I think this one might have my favorite animation style, like a favorite look to it out of the Sonic shows. Like I don't know. I think it's like, because I think like the Sonic characters look pretty good in this style. It's like they're all colorful. They look like they almost look like how they would look if it was like an anime Sonic with like it's like a nod to the adventure games, like in their designs pretty much. Like
I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
This is technically an anime, and it is based off of the adventure.
Yeah, I think Eli's referring to like Yuji Iokawa's art style, the guy who
Yeah.
illustrations for like Sonic,
Yeah.
adventure.
But like I do think it would be kind of interesting to watch. Like even in Japanese, I wouldn't mind the Japanese version, even though I've never actually seen it. Because I do know, like, the Japanese one is apparently more mature stuff and like it's like uncensored and like I've seen clips of it because like I've seen like there's like these videos where like people do like fan dubs of like certain moments in the show and stuff and like I think yeah like overall this has my favorite designs for the Sonic characters. Like I like Sonic and Shadow's design and Tails and Amy, Knuckles, Eggman looks good. I don't know how to feel about Chris Thorndike. Apparently, it's a popular thing to hate on him, but like I didn't watch enough of the show to like for him to like leave an impression on me so far. Like I know there's this whole plot line where like he's apparently he's like grown up and he like builds a machine to like I guess go to Sonic's world or something, and then it somehow GT Goku's him or something.
You basically, yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess we can't have an adult Chris Thorndike. Not marketable enough.
Exactly.
But yeah, I guess there's like that whole arc where they're like on the spaceship and they're like traveling to do some stuff. I don't know what they're supposed to do. Is Cosmo created for the show, or has she been in any of the games?
Yes, she's just for the show.
Yeah, I thought so because I didn't think I've seen her in any of the. Because I'm pretty like apparently it's a ship for Tails and Cosmo.
Yeah,
I didn't notice it. And I know the Chaotix are a part of the show as well. I've seen some clips of them, like they prank Knuckles, at least one along there at one point, and Shadow's in. I think they kind of recreate Sonic Adventure 2 there with him, and like there's that one moment where he punches Tails, and Rouge is there. I remember Rouge.
Of course, he
being there.
Boy.
Was Omega? No, wait, I don't think Omega was there. Right?
Gamma was there, but
yeah,
not Omega.
Yeah. Metal Sonic?
Like Gamma would.
Is Metal Sonic in the show?
No.
Oh, he's not. Super Sonic.
He
is,
was,
so.
unfortunately, he was planned for a season 4, but no.
That'd been so cool if season 4 Sonic. I would kill for
Yeah, okay. But I've seen Super Sonic in there, and I guess Super Shadow is also there at some point, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He was there a few times.
Yeah, because I know kind of the structure of the first season with them going into like the quote unquote real world, and like they get like adopted by Chris and his grandpa and Eggman. I don't know whether they call him Robotnik or Eggman at this point.
Eggman.
But like Eggman does this whole thing with the he's like he does like the different plots and episode and stuff, and like he's got like the slot machine with like, oh, what card will I pick this time? What about will I send to wreak havoc this time? Oh, Missile Bot or whatever it's called. And I guess that's the kind of the formula with the show for a while, and then I guess it goes into the thing with the spaceship and Chris and Sonic's world, or if it's or no, maybe it recreates Sonic Adventure 1 first, but yeah, if I were to watch this show like all the way through, I'd be cool with it. Like whether it be the English dub or the Japanese dub, like I'd see either version, take it or leave it, because I do think it's a neat looking show with a nice art style and like good character designs. Story is a whole other debate. I would have to like watch the show to see, but it sounds like it could be a pretty good show. Kevin, is it your turn?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, if I remember. All right, so that Sexy Sax Jazz jingle that.
How did I know that was gonna be the first thing that came out of your dirty fucking mouth?
Wow.
Actually has big, voluptuous bats.
Oh my god! No wonder she's not in Sonic 3. Fuck.
Yeah, thank God.
Rouge.
Rouge.
Oh yeah.
I honestly think this is like the best media of Sonic I've seen in terms of like animations and shows. This is the best design of each character. Yeah, that's the one. That's like good shit.
This is just so stupid.
Shut up. This is peak.
I hate everything.
The ninja suit.
Why do you do this?
Oh,
Yeah,
what the heck?
it has body, heart, and soul put into that.
Like,
His
his
body, all right.
Like, why is that
It's like-
Are you watching the actual episode? Okay, I thought you were listening to the whole thing.
No, it's only a compilation of this bullshit.
Oh my goodness.
Is there really? Oh my god, there is!
It's like Jill Valentine next to her.
That's incredible!
This is dumb.
I hate everything.
Give on, this is for kids. Don't add in some random jingles or bullshit or whatever characters involved.
Hey, we gotta build up on.
Like they knew, they fucking knew. And this is just a compilation of season 1.
Everything.
It helps boys become men.
It makes boys become furries.
That too.
Okay,
I
you get
hate,
the point.
That's a good
I
one.
hate everything.
Alright,
That's actually a good English dub voice for Rouge.
yeah,
That's
I
good voice for
always love
Rouge.
that voice for her.
That's good.
Yeah, she's pretty good. Better voice than the current Rouge.
But yeah,
That's
that music was crazy. It like overtook everything in that clip. There was like, it was like frantically screaming at me. I was like, oh, ow. It was like they were speaking in that music. She's like, yeah. I don't think I could deal with that for too long. Oh boy. Anyway.
Anything else to say besides your furry boner?
I'm pretty sure I can speak for everyone that we all have furry bonus.
No one.
I'm trying to.
I can speak for everybody, but nobody is speaking for you.
I think I'm too busy trying to get my hearing back.
I think you guys
Actually,
will.
Noah does, I'm pretty sure.
I'm not a furry. I'm not.
Yes, you are. Just fucking admit it. I fucking
No, burger.
Yes, you are.
I want
You like to
some
fuck your Sonic
raw,
plushie at night. Jesus Christ.
uncooked, raw burger with my tacos.
Okay, are we doing the next show or what?
My
No,
tickles.
I didn't say
Moving on.
anything. I'm
All
not
right.
moving on. I got some stuff to say, but I'll let Kevin finish first.
Alright, so, I've all the Sonic media, in terms of animation, this is still the best one to me. They characters in that show look the best. Just revamping the Sonic Adventure scenes in general is like really cool because like I grew up with those games and one of them happens to be like my favorite Sonic game and one of my favorite games of all time. But I did see Shadow at the first like intro. They already spoiled so much, but like I got super excited because I knew he was going to be there sooner or later. And when they showed up, it was worth it. It was definitely worth it.
Can I pause you for
that was
1
good.
second about the intro and Shadow? Little kid me grew up with the show. Every time he saw Shadow in the intro, he'd be like, "Where is that hedgehog? I want to see that hedgehog." 'Cause I didn't know who Shadow was back then.
When does he show up? Is it like is he like a
Season two.
character?
Season 2.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah, but he's in the opening for season 1.
It's still crazy to me to know that. But yeah, like besides Chris, I think the other human characters are fine, but I think the show would be so much more better and people would be much more appreciated if they didn't show them at all, or at the very least like show them like less than they should. But I still was able to tolerate it and still think that and I still enjoy the show a whole lot. Just for like the moments, like for instance the Adventure and Adventure 2 stuff. Also the new Madarex arc was good. I wasn't really much into the Metarex itself, though, but I do think they were a serious threat to Sonic and his team. And the relationship with Tails and Cosmo was touching. It was really sad to see like her go though, like sacrifice herself and die like that. There was a lot of deaths in that one, and there was another one. There was Molly that just ran to a Metarex battleship and just like got shot and her flame blows up and dies.
Damn.
Yeah, but like I mean, I do prefer the dub over the sub one still, even though the sub is very good. But I grew up with the dub and still holds up very well to this day. But I think the scenes in Japanese are so much better though. And it just clears up like, yeah, this character's dead, and yet the four kids being like, nope, no, they're away somewhere. They'll be fine. We'll see them again.
They went to the Shadow Realm.
They went to the next dimension.
But I love the Shadow Realm bit. It's basically
but you do know it's their bullshit way of not killing them off, though.
They went to Hiffle.
They went to Hiffle, yeah. Yeah, the Shadow Realm is basically Yu-Gi-Oh! Hell.
I'm going for the losers. That's been a while since they've got an episode of that. Anyway.
Yeah, like, and they had like the best voice actors during that time, like after the early 2000s. Well, actually, late 90s, early 2000s. This show came out 2003, so that kind of like, kind of early 2000s also. But yeah, I just appreciate a lot what this show had to offer, and it's a shame it didn't continue on as it did because it was pretty popular at that time. I think it was like 4Kids is like top 3 most popular 4Kids shows. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, because the other two were Yu-Gi-Oh and Turtles.
Yeah, like those shows. I also ranked them up that high.
Oh, the 2003 Turtles. Yeah, I remember that show.
Yeah, that's best Turtles.
That one got crazy dark towards the end.
Like 4Kids got a lot of like
kind of traumatized me in a way.
Despite that, yeah, like, they cut off a lot of shit on the sub part of Yu-Gi-Oh, even more so than the Sonic X one. But it's still a very super good show. I love Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's another show I need to get back.
Even the dub still holds up to the day on that. Like,
all right, guys, I think we're losing John. We should get back on Sonic.
That's right.
But I'm just gonna quickly run down some things about Sonic X for me. Is that one of the most touching childhood memories of mine is me and my sister waking up to watch Sonic X very early on Saturday mornings. It's really touching. Just to run down the arcs, like I think the first season is mediocre. Like you'll find some good episodes, but most of them are just like meh. And like, you know, it felt like you remember there was a baseball episode. Oh man, I love Dragon Ball Super. But the second season was great until the second season was great until Chris fucking cockblocked Sonic from freedom from all this bullshit. Easily the worst episode in that entire show. And the Metarex is super underrated. I think it adds a lot of great stuff to it, especially the endgame stuff. I'm also really sad about the show ending. It had a really good ending, but like for what season 4 could have been, because like I need, like, Metal Sonic was for sure gonna be in a season 4, but like I need to fact check this next one because apparently Silver was gonna be in season 4, and I need to fact check. I need to fact check that one because I don't even know if Silver was even a thing when X ended. So I need to fact check that one.
When did this show come out?
Well, the show started at 2003, but I don't know when it ended.
2006 maybe.
I think 5 or 6.
Oh,
Okay,
then Silver might have just been in like early development or something, I guess.
You know what?
Like,
actually, I still want to fact check it when I have the free time, but like, actually, Silver might be more likely than I thought, because I thought the show would have ended in like early 2005, but maybe like, yeah, Silver was allegedly planned. Metal Sonic was definitely planned.
Yeah.
And this is just internet rumors, but I think Cosmo was gonna come back to life in some way in season 4, but you know, why ruin another character's death like in Sonic Adventure 2? You know, keep her dead.
Yeah.
That was justified.
No, that bitch should just stay dead.
That's
Too
all
popular.
other debate.
You're the worst person ever.
I may be. Anyway, enough touching our Sonic X's. We're moving on to Sonic Unleashes Night of the Werehog. 3, 2, 1, go.
I feel like I would be interested in this just because of it being based off of Sonic Unleashed, and even though I haven't played Sonic Unleashed, I wouldn't actually mind trying it out one of these days if given the chance.
I want to put Kevin on the spot because this is peak Sonic, and this motherfucker thinks he's just peak Sonic.
He's an Unleashed
Alright,
hater.
fine, I'll
No.
play it in Fox Sonic then.
Oh shit, the chip, fucking baby, go.
I mean, fucking, you know, yeah. Well, first of all, let's talk about the negatives. Chip's there, Werehog's there.
God. They don't talk.
Okay. Yeah, you should, don't
Oh,
talk
yeah,
about
well, that's the positive. They don't talk. That's great. That's
Oh my
fantastic. I don't
God.
talk over again. But
Okay, moving on. Fuck them.
Yeah, it's me and John time.
Positive first.
All right. Anyways, so Night of the Werehog.
This animation's peak.
It is great. I watch this at least every Halloween once a year around that time. Like, it's a
Dude,
tradition.
I got jealous. I've heard stories that this short film shows up in like Japan theaters around October, and like, oh my god, imagine watching this on a big screen. That'd be fucking dope as shit.
I really wish it was a full length movie like this with Mars animation, CG. Oh my god, it was so perfect.
Yeah.
Like,
This is the Sonic media thing that has the best animation. Like the absolute best
definitely.
animation.
That's kind of only use it for trailers instead of just cutscenes nowadays.
Yeah. This is super hype shit too, but like at least we get like a full story with it.
You know,
But,
actually,
like-
there was a sequel
Go ahead.
was made, kind of. Actually,
Yeah, I remember that,
Yeah,
but
well-
like it was just about the ghosts, and those are
Yeah,
probably my
right.
least favorite part about the whole animation.
yeah, it was the photography goes. Like, it wasn't Sonic or Chip. It was literally just a ghost girl and two camera dudes. that were
Yeah,
simping
no,
on
I
it.
like that they literally had a dick measuring contest on like scaring Chip. But you know, they were only great because they were part of Sonic. But so if you're gonna make a sequel without Sonic, then what the fuck are you doing? Where's Horny Ghost horning for the Werehog? Well, come on.
Yeah, it was a really nice one. The fact they include any dialogue too just makes it much more cartoony and just it kind of like makes it like appeal to all audiences too. Like, no matter like what
Yeah.
language like you speak, like you'll still enjoy it equally because you would all understand like the plot.
Hmm.
Even if you don't know much about Sonic or Sonic Unleashed, you would at least the characterization would say a lot of their actions. You know, there's a lot of emotion put
Yeah.
behind it. It's
There's some things about Sonic Unleashed. A few things.
it's a good 10 minutes of your time. Honestly, it's worth a rewatch.
Yeah, it
10
is
minutes.
fucking great. It's fucking great. But like,
Is this on like any sort of like streaming service, or is it like
it's on YouTube.
On YouTube.
oh, I might check it out sometime.
Yeah. And like I think my least favorite part about the animation was Sonic trying to take pictures of the ghosts to see where they are. Like whenever that werehog is fucking wailing on those ghosts, it's the best fucking thing in the world.
I'm just picturing Sonic with the poltergust now. Da, 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 da. I don't know. I was just Sonic and
Yeah.
Ghost. It just made me think. Sonic's
Also, the
Mansion.
the ending's kind of fucked too. Like it's fucking like the ghost girl is so horny for Werehog that like she kidnaps Chip and just and turns into like a Chip lookalike just to be with the Werehog, and like at the end credits they just leave the mansion and the ghosts are just stuck with Chip. It's It's the funniest. It's
That's the
dark
worst
and super funny.
nightmare. Even ghosts are afraid of him, of his fucking annoyance.
It's kind of, sort of off topic, but I'm just getting goosebumps thinking about the initial like Sonic Unleashed reveal trailer. I guess it was the initial reveal trailer with Sonic like like playing with the ring,
Yep.
and then like he like flips the ring in the air, and then the background turns dark, and then like Werehog Sonic catches the ring and slams it back into the ground. I'm like, ooh,
Yeah. Unleash is
Freaky.
peak. When are we gonna play that game,
Yeah.
John?
When Mark gets a PS2. Oh no, wait.
Okay, so never.
Wait. Oh no, you have.
isn't the Wii version considered the
Actually,
best?
no. It's when I get a PS3 or work. I don't even fucking know. Actually, I think y'all waiting for me is the PS3, because I need a working PS3 to play it. I think Mark should play it on Wii while you're playing on PS2. And okay, that's how it's gonna work.
Glad we had this conversation. I love Unleashed, and this animation is just as good, if not better.
Exactly.
I'll have to check this out sometime. Just see.
So
It seems pretty simple enough.
I will agree with a lot of you guys. Like, I do think this animation is fantastic.
Oh, you're still here?
Everything. Yeah, I'm still here after I was really interrupted. I'm trying to say the parts that make you guys dicks tingle. Yeah, animation's amazing. The plot is funny. I like the ghosts are trying to fight for this woman, and she wants a good picture of Sonic to appreciate, like, just to win her love, you to say, and they just try so hard and they fail miserably, obviously. So, and then they get beaten up in the end. So, yeah, it was a fun watch. Just don't add shit for anything else again.
Alright. Next we have Sonic Boom. 3,
Sonic Boom,
2,
Sonic
not that
Boom,
one.
Sonic
Not that
Boom.
one. 3, 2, 1, go.
I do like that song. Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't know. Maybe
Where did Kevin put it? Okay, Eli. Okay. Interesting. We're all really divided here. Kevin's kind of mid. I think it's great. Noah thinks it's awful. Where to start? Who to start?
I know this is the show with Roger Craig Smith in it, and they got like some meta jokes in there, and it's like the CG animation. Like, who's Roger? He's talking to me or whatever. That's a joke I've like seen on YouTube, like out of context jokes or whatever. And, the thing I don't like about it, from what I've seen, like I've only seen clips of it. I've never actually watched a full episode, but I do know Shadow's in it, and he's apparently like super deep edgelord kind of guy from what I've seen. Like he's just got like the whole deep voice and stuff, and it's all like whatever out there. But
Your shoddy craftsmanships bring shame to all hedgehog kind. And for that, you must perish.
Like,
I hate that I can do a pretty good Kirk Thornton impression.
well,
I want to be good at Jason Griffith. I'm just not. Fuck it, whatever.
you're probably gonna learn it.
so yeah, but, like I know this has the design with like the big knuckles with like the whole, and I know that meme of the whole approved thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I love most.
Yeah, that's the meme I know the most of to come from the show. But I feel like I'm not as interested in this as something like Sonic X or like Set AM. And I mean, I guess it has its audience. I guess it did decent enough. I guess it lasted a pretty good amount of time. I don't know how long it ran, but how many seasons?
2 seasons.
2.
Oh, well. All right.
Honestly, it died because it kept being scheduled to be super early.
5 o'clock here.
Which network did it air on? Was it a Cartoon Network show? Oh, it was. Yeah, I thought it might have been Cartoon Network. It's too bad because like Cartoon Network was probably like my favorite network to watch back in the day. And like by the time this came around, I kind of just stopped watching television. At least definitely as extensively as I used to when I was a kid. I mean, maybe if I was still watching television extensively and I was like younger, I might have enjoyed this show a bit more. Like as an introduction to Sonic, I might have enjoyed it, but I don't know. I'm not really interested in checking this one out. So who's next?
I guess I'll go.
Okay.
I mean, I've already established that I don't like it when Sonic goes super comedies focused, but like, the Sonic Boom cartoon is basically the Sonic Boom cartoon really is like the epitome of like what I didn't want from Sonic, and kind of made me glad the Boom moniker just died. Because, like, fucking yikes. Like, I think the first season is pretty good-ish. Like, it's got some funny moments, but, like, season 2 is when they started doing the self-deprecating humor. Like, our franchise sucks, isn't that funny, kids? And I'm like, no, not really. Like, a lot of people love this joke, but I really don't. Is, the hippopotamus joke where they talk about hippopotamus like he's Sonic, where he's like, "Oh man, I love hippopotamus too." Man, they really sucked when they went. They should have never went 3D. And Knuckles is like, "Well, that's why they don't respect the classics or some shit like that." But like, I hate. And season 2 looks worse than season 1. Like, they look plasticky as fuck in season 2. They look awful.
Is that when Shadow shows up? Because I feel like
Shadow shows up in the
really
season
look
finale of
good.
both seasons, and like, yeah, no, season 2 looks awful. Like, they got a budget cut for sure.
Mm.
Good my answer.
Like, God, no. But that's like another thing. Like, Shadow's only in the season finales, and he always says the same thing. We'll fight again soon, Sonic, but next time on my terms. And it never happens.
Yeah,
Why?
shut up.
Because your fucking show sucks balls. That's why. Anyway,
No.
I'm glad we didn't. We totally didn't get like a backstory for Shadow Boom. You know, about Maria being a surfboard. But
I want to do that.
Kevin knows that. Eli doesn't though.
Dude, I still can't believe that's real.
Like, okay, so Ian Flynn brought up, I don't know if this was like for a Q&A or whatever, but he said like the backstory for Shadow Boom is that he was a lone surfer and he had a board named Maria, and the reason why he's a grouchy fuck is because he lost his board.
Yep. And whoever made that origin, I want to destroy him, and I want his family to watch.
No, he's making the Sonic stories good again. No, he can't destroy them.
Oh,
Kevin, damn, that's so funny.
wow.
And that felt like the most insulted I have felt in a long time.
That's Boom Shadow, though. Why do you care about Boom Shadow?
I don't.
You
But it
care?
pisses me off knowing that that's his origin.
The rest of his stories. I don't know. I don't take Sonic Boom seriously. Neither should you.
I don't.
Yeah.
That's why I decided to keep it down more. And
Honestly,
plus,
I
that's
think the
season 3.
only episode that I can say is really good from my standards is the season finale of season 2. Even though the animation was kind of bad, although the whole show's animation's kind of bad, especially compared to like fucking Night of the Werehog and more recently Prime, but like I like the plot of season 2. It starts off being stupid, like Boom always is, where he's like, I want Shadow to fight Sonic and friends so I can download his moves so I can make a fighting game. And then later he's like, wait a minute, I could just put this in Metal Sonic just to destroy them.
I don't know how the fuck Shadow would fall for a really bad editing of the video and just like, no, he's this motherfucker.
Although I will say his response to that was the funniest thing. Is that he just buys it immediately. It's like this aggression cannot stand, and that actually got me to laugh because he doesn't even think. He's just like, yeah, I buy this.
Yeah, Shadow's stupid.
Yeah, it's like they took Knuckles' personality and gave it to Shadow, and then made Knuckles the worst character, but the best character at the same time.
I'm sorry, Kevin.
Yeah, I know.
This aggression cannot stand. Sonic must pay for this. Time to
remember
take
when
out
I
the
paid
trash. Alright, I took out the trash for you. Now you're gonna go fight him?
You know,
Like, that actually got me a laugh too. But
I think Shadow appeared twice in season 2 because I think there was another time where Eggman wanted Shadow to come back because it was fan service. Like, oh my god,
that was the season finale of season 1.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the most popular.
He only appeared twice.
The most popular canon, like most.
He's only the second most popular character in the whole canon. Honestly, after getting the Year of Shadow, I seriously doubt that.
Nah.
I don't think I believe that, though. After being in the Year of Shadow, I don't think I believe he's the second. I think he is the most popular one. I think they just don't want to admit it.
That works out.
But yeah, no, like, this show is heavily not my cup of tea. I don't like it at all, but, like, I'm sure people like John will love it very deeply. And good for them, I don't care.
You mean him?
You cut out, so I didn't hear you.
You mean him? Whatever. Okay, I guess it's my turn. Well, I don't know, Kevin. I don't know who.
I'm not gonna be long. But yeah, after what Noah's been saying about the animation being worse than season 2, because I do remember that, and the jokes don't hit as hard as it used to be for me. So yeah, I put it to mid now. The only thing that I really like it is the memes, obviously, for Knuckles and when he became like the mayor, president, or whatever he was, just approved and thinks stuff are legal. Eggman was funny though. Shadow sucked. That was not even Shadow for me. Like I can't believe how badly they butchered him. But I'd rather watch the show than play the game, obviously.
Anyone would with a brain.
At least there's some charm to this show, though. Like the jokes are funny. They're just not like they're not gonna like make me laugh uncontrollably or like put me on the floor, or my gut will be hurting. But yeah, on any new lever. But it was all right. I mean, I'm glad it ended in 2 seasons instead of just more. I don't think it would be something like that. Like a show like this would be long, ongoing.
Oh, they wanted to replace the original Sonic with this. Remember that?
And the side characters, the non-playable characters, look so stupid and dumb, and it's pretty funny.
Well,
They
I
look
like
like-
that burger guy.
They look like Toontown rejects.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, you tuning off?
They actually do. Yeah, but I don't really feel much about this.
Like,
show.
I guarantee I can recreate Dave in Toontown. Just give me a second.
Well, that's all I got.
Okay. So, I actually do enjoy this show for what it is. Like, I know it's different than any of Sonic that we're used to. But just like this, I don't know, like, I just put it on its own thing, and I just enjoy it for what it is. Like, I can't really, like, take the episode seriously, because, like, some parts can just be, like, a little funny, like, especially how Knuckles' dumb personality and such. I think the contrast between Sonic and Amy is also interesting too, because definitely, like, I feel like the writers are shippers in some way, low key, because they make Sonic kind of like Amy or have a like attraction towards her. I'm not gonna say crush, but those two definitely have a thing in some weird way. They just don't really want to show it. You know, surprisingly, none of y'all even mentioned Styx. No one's even talked about
that character.
I think Styx definitely adds a contrast to the whole gang because she's just all crazy and such. You know, falls into conspiracy.
I just don't talk about sex. I don't care about sex.
Well, I guess we should talk about Styx. Apparently, she's canon now.
Fuck.
Was she in the games, or was she just made for the show?
I have a feeling you're gonna keep asking me that question whenever there's a character who's clearly not from the games. No, she's not. I mean, well, technically, okay,
Well,
no. She was in the Boom
Sonic
games.
Boom, yeah,
She was in the Sonic
games,
Boom
I guess.
games, but
I was
like
thinking.
not mainline, but like
was in Mario,
Frontiers,
Sonic, Leo,
kind
Sonic
of. Oh, that's when that
Yeah.
bitch got to the real world. Okay. that fucking
No,
slut.
I just figured she was at least in the Boom games. I didn't think she was in like any of the other.
Nah.
Shit.
But she is
I mean,
canon now.
but-
Thanks, Frontiers.
Fucking dumbasses.
Doesn't
But
make sense, but whatever.
yeah, there's definitely some interesting episodes I would watch from time to time. Like I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I would be kind of hyped up to see the season finales, even though it only happened twice. Like with Sonic vs. Shadow, 'cause those are always kind of cool to watch. Like the fights are a little more better. I feel like they cook a little bit better for the budget they have. I'm not saying it's like S tier fighting choreography, but it's I don't know. Definitely, it's good for Sonic Boom standards. Some of the episodes can be fun to watch, like the Justin Bieber parody episode, like Justin Bieber. The Knuckles being the mayor with the stamp. That's another fun episode. I'm trying to think what other like weird episodes that just happened that's like fun to look back on. I don't know. Even just Eggman's reality is just kind of funny at times because he's not like. Because sometimes he just be like silly and all that. Oh yeah, even Orbot and Cubot. It's kind of interesting seeing them in the show because you don't really know them a lot in the games, and I feel like the Sonic Boom kind of adds to their personality a bit more because they're not too different from the games, honestly, because they barely have personality in the games, minus Cubot just with his multiple personalities and colors. But
I miss Sass.
but.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of, like what other like, you know, I don't know. I know people would just compare this like, what if Sonic was like The Office in some way?
The Office.
Oh my god, that's a weird comparison.
Wow. As someone who's actually
I
watched
hate-
The Office, that is
I
a weird
hate how
comparison.
accurate. I hate how accurate that is, though.
I never watched
Oh,
The
man.
Office, but some people would say it's like the writing is like The Office. In some way.
I've seen
It
it. I've seen like a
tries
good
to.
chunk of the
It
show.
tries to be like the
No,
Office.
God, please, no.
I did not think I would hear. I did not think I would hear a Sonic show be compared to The Office.
Honestly, the fucking episode with Vector in it really seals the deal for me.
Oh yeah, the Vector episode too.
I actually really liked his outfit on that.
You know what? He should keep the leather jacket. You're right,
Oh my
but
fucking
like,
Richard Nixon to make a television of Korea after we have known tomorrow. Amy started the fire.
yeah. Well, the only really good redesign is fucking Boom Vector.
I
Yeah.
was thinking what else. Like,
Actually, for me looking at the designs again, Boomtail doesn't seem so bad.
Well, it
I think
just
it's
got,
just
he just has unnecessary shit on him. That's almost all of them do.
Well, we could say the same
I
thing with
suppose.
Sonic and Knuckles.
I think Boom Knuckles might be the most like contentious one because I don't think a lot of people
Yeah.
like him being all like big guy kind of thing.
Here's the thing, because like Sonic movie shows that I don't mind if Knuckles is buff. My problem is they made him a fucking idiot. Like a
It's-
fucking
He's
idiot.
really stupid.
Like
Like, this is
fucking
stupid as
like
fucking Knuckles,
he's
but-
almost as smart as like fucking Kevin in Mario Party. Like he's a
Oh,
fucking
fuck
idiot.
you, fucking fucking four. Piss off. It's like every one of you in Mario Party. That's what's
I
going
didn't say
on.
anything. Leave me out
I
of
didn't
it.
say anything. Yeah, that was him.
Jesus
Don't you
Christ.
put words in my mouth, though.
You're not the only one who compared Knuckles to Kevin. I thought of it too. Like Knuckles is
Damn.
really like Kevin.
That's
Shit.
Are we talking about like Boom Knuckles being
Yeah,
Kevin
Boom
or like
Knuckles
just regular?
betting.
Boom Knuckles
definitely-
and
He
Kevin.
starts in all the fucking
I mean, he's definitely Adventure 1 Knuckles, that's for sure. At the very least. And yes, John is Eggman.
And
I
from
thought you were Eggman.
Boom Eggman?
No, I can't trick Kevin for the life of me, but John's a fucking pro at it.
Wow. Okay. Listen, bitch, I've never been pissed at anybody in my life. I follow my own fucking rules. All right.
Yeah, that's
This
cute.
is
You
who
think
I
you're
am.
Shadow, but you're actually Knuckles.
Yeah, exactly. This is who I am.
Uh,
But yeah.
keep
I think-
living
I
that
think
Flight Guy fantasy, Kevin.
Oh yeah, you know Sonic was a Sonic Boom too, actually.
How's fantasy and reality? Or how's reality fantasy?
Wait, what did you say, John?
Metal Sonic was also in Sonic Boom. Y'all didn't mention.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
I did not
His
know.
debut episode, Metal Sonic. His debut
Oh.
episode. This is
He was great.
probably this is like one of the worst editing for a high budget cartoon ever. It's that it's like so the episode focuses on like everybody blaming Sonic for all the bad things, like, oh, there's an imposter among us. And like there's a scene where it's just an empty field. It cuts to Sonic, and then suddenly Metal Sonic appears. Like, he didn't just show up, he was just like right there.
Just like pops into existence.
Yeah. That was weird.
The,
But
the Dragon Ball Z bridge.
yeah, exactly. That's exactly what he almost does, like off screen. I mean, the only other cool thing he did was like back in the season 2 finale, where Eggman was gonna use the footage of Shadow beating the fuck out of everybody for a video game, and then he changes his mind and be like, you know what? I could put this data in Metal Sonic and just destroy all my enemies. Damn, I wish I was always this smart in the show. And then, Metal Sonic becomes a beast. Until he doesn't.
Yeah, he looks great though. Like they actually put, unlike all the other characters, he looks like Metal Sonic. Looks like what he's supposed to look like.
Indeed. Can't ruin
But yeah,
my boy.
I found the show enjoyable. I'd rewatch some episodes with some of the colorful characters and interesting cast. So.
Oh, you know what really seals Sonic Boom as such a cheap fucking show? And they know this. At the end of season 1, there's a clip, at the very end, there's a clip with Orbot and Cubat where they're literally saying, I can't wait for the second season where we reuse the same 3 locations with the same characters. And like some other being like time-saving shit. I'd be like, they fucking know their shit was garbage.
You know, thing that's low budget too. The show rarely had music.
Shit, you're right.
It's like a quiet
Well,
show. The only time they had music is for like the battle scenes. Even then, they're just generic music.
I was just thinking about this because this is like there's like another show I think that has like a lot of like meta humor and kind of like digs at the audience and whatnot. Like, even so, I probably still watch this Sonic Boom show over Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because like every time I see Teen Titans Go, I'm thinking, man, I'm glad I don't watch this.
Okay, well, I'll give Teen
Because of how
Titans
much I
Go
love-
this. I would rather watch the Teen Titan Go movies over Sonic Boom, but the
Oh,
actual
yeah, I
show
did
I probably
hear
watch
the
Sonic
movie was
Boom.
actually pretty good.
Oh, the 2 movies are
Yeah,
actually
they're
pretty good.
multi-time, so
They're-
yeah, that's good. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the first one has a Stan Lee cameo, so it automatically has to be good. Although off topic, one of my favorite jokes in that movie is they're trying to get the heroes to have their origins. So Robin's like pushing Batman's parents into Crime Alley, and then you hear a gunshot. It's the funniest. That has to be one of the funniest, darkest jokes I've ever fucking seen in a
Oh my
children's
god!
movie.
Imagine that shit was canon, man.
Oh my god. Anyway, John, do you have anything else on Sonic Boom, or are we gonna move on?
No, that's it.
Alrighty. Alright, so that's gonna be the last full length cartoon for a bit. So now we're gonna start getting into the promotional cartoons, talking about upcoming Sonic games. So up
Very
first we
bite-sized.
have, very bite-sized. So up first we have Sonic Mania Adventures. 3, 2, 1, go.
I suppose.
I think it's a fair rating, honestly. There's not
Yeah.
much to say about it. I mean, at the time when we're finally getting Sonic Mania animation, the fans were hyped about it, and I was pretty hyped too because I like the Mania intro. There's nothing much to be added into. It's just episodic storylines, honestly. Like, you see just random shenanigans. The characters don't talk. It fits with their classic counterpart. I think like the second latter half, like I think like the near the end, like they had some animation with Metal Sonic, I think, too, like where Sonic
Yeah.
fight against Metal Sonic. and they had a Christmas special with Amy and Metal Sonic or whatever. Because
That's weird because Amy wasn't in like Origin.
I know, I'm pissed.
She was in Mania.
I'm
Like,
pissed, dude.
I don't remember if that short came out after or before
I think it was
Mania
after Mania
Plus.
Plus, maybe.
If it was after, there's no excuse to not put her in Mania then.
Yeah, it was dumb.
That kind of reminds me of this YouTube short that I saw, where it's like the opening of Mania, where they go into the elevator, and then when the elevator opens, it's Amy, and then you got like Sonic who looks very unamused, and the elevator door closes on Amy, and she just stands there all sad. It's fucking hilarious, if not a little sad.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a part where she sees Metal Sonic all broken up and everything, and she tries to her best to get him to wake up, just shaking him and all that. It's funny, and just presented him to Eggman, like as a Christmas present.
And Eggman's like, I guess I'll take this. Yeah. It's a cute little animation. There's really not much going on for it. I think it's overall good. I really like the first episode where it's just classic Looney Tunes.
Yep, classic Sonic Tails.
I love the scene where like he escapes Eggman gets caught in a secondary trap. Sonic escapes. He's about to run away. Eggman's like, "Please don't leave me." And Sonic's like, "All right, I'll save you." And then his fucking like flip phone falls out, and he sees that he was gonna do the obvious and take the Chaos Emeralds, kill Sonic, and Sonic looks at him like, "Bitch, what?" And he's like
really?
smiling, like, "You're not gonna leave me." And he punched the machine so it's less time, and then just dips. I love that shit so much.
It's very like, honestly, so I appreciate it.
And you get Sonic fighting Metal Sonic again after like for a while.
And then Metal Sonic turns Super Metal Sonic, kind of. And then Knuckles just fucking decks him.
Yeah, just punches Super Metal Sonic.
They would have promotion for. They'd have some episodes of Mighty and Ray too. Mania Plus was gonna be out, or it's already out. So I appreciate the acknowledgement there. But yeah, there's really nothing much. I'm sure there's like some screenshot meme material, but otherwise, I can't really think anything that's like groundbreaking.
Oh, definitely.
But
it was a cute time.
It was a pretty cute time.
So, anyone want to add anything, or should we move on to the next one?
Next.
All right. Yeah. Next we have Team Sonic Racing Overdrive. 3, 2, 1, go.
That a boy, Noah. That what the fuck, Kevin? What the fuck, Eli? So, okay, why do y'all two think that Sonic Mania Adventures is better than Team Sonic Racing Overdrive? Explain.
All right, wait. Can I time out for a second? Eli, this shit is from Sonic Mania up till fucking Sonic Frontiers. These are animations you can see on YouTube. Have you not seen them already?
He's not a fan. That's why.
Well,
compared to y'all, yeah, I'm probably like the smallest Sonic fan here out of the four of us. I like Sonic, certainly. Like I pre-ordered Shadow Generations, and I am going to go see Sonic 3. And like Sonic Hero is one of my favorite games, so I am a decent Sonic fan. Huh?
I said I concur with that.
All right, Kevin. Why do you
I just never taken the time to like watch these, like even if they are like good available to me.
Okay, so why I like this one is it was a neat animation. It's animation that they haven't really used before. But it was nice. I really like that Sonic and Shadow were mostly the stars of it. Just obviously racing each other, seeing who can win the race. There's also really funny moments where like Rouge's car like breaks down and then Mega's just standing there and Rouge like somewhat like just blaming him for no reason, just to let out some anger, I guess. But you see, then there's also this, that fucking face Eggman makes. That surprise face.
When,
Oh my
when Shadow
God.
runs over the egg boat.
Yeah, yeah. And then like there's Big just selling fucking Froggy's merch.
And then Shadow stealing the popcorn from the Chow when he lost.
And the Chow turns slightly darker.
Yeah. It was a fun time. Like, I don't know. I might just like move it up a bit, honestly.
Yeah, I was like, you like Mini
Yeah,
Adventures
fuck
more
it.
than
You know what? Yeah, great Sonic. There you go.
that, a boy.
I will
I
say
actually-
the first
I actually
episode.
really appreciate it more than I should.
I think the first episode had some cute moments, but like the second episode's clearly better. Like, I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of Sega taking Shadow and being I don't give a fuck about my friends. That's not who Shadow is, and I will fucking stand on the Shadow Defense Squad. But like, you know, it was still pretty funny. It's at the fucking ending where they win and then Eggman takes the trophy from them, and I'm just like thinking to myself, like he's dancing like, yeah, I won the trophy because I stole from you. I'm just wondering why Team Sonic. I'm just wondering why Team Sonic's not beating his fucking ass right then and there for stealing the trophy. But it's okay because Shadow's fucking car kills him, and the Egg Pawn is like, no,
fucking dies.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's
so
funny.
good.
What about you, John?
I like the animation of it pretty. I find it pretty neat. Like the fact that because I know cars are not really like, the easiest to animate, at least from what people have done. Like people have say.
Yeah.
But even
Definitely.
then, I like the detail of it because it's just so cool. Like it just makes it kind of just makes the game look exciting. I guess even though the game is still fun, of course.
I mean, the game's still exciting. It's just that Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel came out right the same month.
yeah, and
like,
also
like,
it doesn't live up to the same
But
hype.
it also doesn't help that Sega was advertising a soundtrack over the game.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like it's a fun animation, I'd say, and I think still to this day, actually.
I think the only two problems I have with it is that I think it's too short. I really want to see more of these things. And two, Shadow did lose that race, so I'm kind of bitter on that.
Of course,
Like, I
it
really
is.
agree with what you guys have been saying. Like you guys have pointed out some like funny things that happen, and I would have said the same thing regardless. But it is a neat concept seeing how the characters interact, and just because even in the games too, the characters would interact each other. You know, some characters like cringy quotes, like Tails was saying, "Who's your daddy, Shadow?" What the fuck?
Oh yeah.
Even though, like, I don't know,
Oh my God.
like in some way, like seeing all the characters interacting in a fun go-kart race is just really nice. I think so far, I think still overall, I find this is the. I'm not sure if I find this is the best animation so far. Like I'm trying to think if I find it better than Rise of the Wisp, honestly. Oh yeah, no, this one too. Prologue too. Oh well, I'll think about it later. But overall, I really do like it. So you guys already said what I wanted to say. There's not much I can say about these cartoons.
Right. Anyway,
Even though
next we have. Go ahead.
Yeah, even though they're short, like I thoroughly enjoyed them. So I changed my answer.
Hmm.
I changed my answer twice so far. That's don't think that's ever happened before.
That's
Anyway,
good. You're open-minded. That's good. Good thing to have in life. Anyway, up next we have Chow in Space. 3, 2, 1, go. I will. Okay, I guess the stage is yours, Sean, because nobody has seen Chow in Space.
You're not missing out much. It's not. It's literally just Chow like.
In
fighting-
space.
yeah, yes.
Smart ass. You're such
Like
a
it's
smart ass.
literally it's just literally just Sonic in a Chow garden just chilling, and the Chow's just imagining like what they're doing, and like also Sonic trying to like take care of this. It's a Christmas special too in some way, but I think like Chow's sleepwalking, I guess, and like trying to imagine. I mean, the references are nice.
hold on the phone for that. You said Shadow was sleepwalking?
No, Chow was sleepwalking.
Chow was sleepwalking.
Yeah, I'm sure he said Chow, but it did sound a bit like Shadow.
Shadow
It's
was
all the whole
sleepwalking.
nothing
It
animation.
must be the best animation ever.
But no, it's just Chow. It's just Chow's sleepwalking and just imagining what it's like fighting. It's why do I put this in B? It's not that exciting. I don't know.
I don't know. Sleepwalking sounds pretty fucking hype. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it is nice, but I don't know where I'd put. I don't want to say it's worse than the Sonic 10 AM. I'd rather watch Chow in Space because it's only 2 minutes long. It's not. I don't know. It's all nothing. Your guys are not missing that much. That's all I can say. The references to the Chow mechs from the multiplayer mode is cool, like with the Dark Chow and the Hero Chow, like.
Right.
And the fact that SA2 has been promoting the movie for a long time, and the fact that we can now finally see it officially adapted is cool. Like, so yeah. Can we move on now, please?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we've been
Heading out this discussion because there's not a lot.
Yeah. All right. Up next we have the Sonic 1 movie. 3,
Oh,
Yeah,
2,
here we go.
1, go. Now Eli can talk.
Yay!
He's been waiting for. Okay.
All right, Eli, go for it.
Alright, so I mean, this is only at the top by virtue of this being like one of my favorite things. One of my favorite things to come from like Sonic movies and shows. I mean, I wouldn't call it, absolutely amazing movie, of course, but I still consider it a good, excuse me, good Sonic movie. And it has one of my favorite actors in it, Jim Carrey as Robotnik, and he steals the show for me. He's my favorite character. He's my favorite character in the Sonic movie verse so far, just because of Jim Carrey's and like though we've been talking about it all night, how it's like, oh, serious Robotnik, intimidating Robotnik. Jim Carrey to me does the mix of both. Like it's obviously Jim Carrey doing his usual like goofy stuff that he's widely known for, but every now and then he'll still get in like a sinister line, like in both this movie and the next one. And I actually do like his look in this movie, like throughout most of it. Like it's obviously he doesn't get the look from the games until like the end of the movie. Like the look he has before then, even that is actually kind of neat. Like I like the coat and the mustache. Like he's still kind of sort of got the mustache, and it's still kind of cartoony Eggman-ish, but not to like the extent that it'll be later. And I like every time he's on screen, I enjoy it because it's Jim Carrey doing his usual stuff and still managing to be like a good villain. And I like Ben Schwartz, that's his name. Yeah, I like Ben Schwartz as Sonic. I think he does a good voice for Sonic, and I am glad that they did the thing with changing Sonic's design. We did not get that bad movies. Well, not bad movies. Well, I guess we did not get the initial design that they showed to us at first, because this new design is a lot better. It's closer to Sonic and fits the voice a lot better. And that first trailer didn't do it for me like probably any more than most others, because it was besides the Sonic's design being bad, there was a lot of cliche dialogue there, and it was just felt really cheesy and stuff. And Gangster's Paradise is a song, so it's like, okay, we can't really take this too seriously. It doesn't feel very Sonic. So I am glad that they got the delay and we were able to get the Sonic 1 movie that we know today. Because I do think it is pretty, like, it may be kind of the whole buddy road trip kind of thing that might be a turnoff for Sonic fans. Like, I know I feel like the fans, this was definitely a movie more for the fans than the critics, because I think the critics are just kind of mad on these movies. But
that's saying it lightly. I remember them trying to promote the fuck out of Birds of Prey, which was fighting along Sonic, and lost quite a lot.
Yeah, but I like some of the other characters too, like Agent Stone as well, and what? James Marsden is his name, right? No, that's the name of the actor. That plays
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah.
Is his name? Okay, yeah.
Donut Lord, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, the Donut Lord. But yeah, I do plan on rewatching both these movies before I go see Sonic 3 because I do want to get like up to speed on it and stuff. But yeah, I do like the Sonic movie pretty nice. I'm glad I saw it. It's funny how that was like the last movie I saw in theaters for a while before the pandemic happened. It was like,
I think it's the same for everybody.
Yeah.
because it was like February, right? So yeah, it wasn't too much longer before they were like, okay, y'all better stay in your homes. But yeah, I enjoy the Sonic movie. I'm looking forward to rewatching it again as a hype to Sonic 3. I think it's a pretty enjoyable movie. Good humor, good like I like when they use the Green Hill theme towards the end, and I think it gets Sonic's personality down pretty well, and like makes him kind of a character with an arc in a way instead of him being more like the happy-go-lucky guy. He's like, oh man, I just want friends. So yeah, I think like maybe I know a lot of people might be turned off by like the human characters. I mean, we obviously know like the Donut Lords, he's cool and stuff, like Tom, but like Rachel was a character that a lot of people are like, meh. And I mean, I'll take it or leave it.
I'll get to Rachel later on.
I'll take it or leave it with her. It's like she's all right, I guess. I mean, just kind of one of those just there characters. I do like the Sonic reference with the drawings. I don't know real. No, I'm
not. love that.
Yeah, but like as far as like the actual Sonic characters from the games, I think they got them down very well here. And I did enjoy seeing Tails and the Stinger at the end as well. So that was pretty neat. So yeah, overall Sonic movie 1's a good time to me. I do enjoy it.
Would you like to go, John?
So now I was looking forward to seeing the movie when it first came out. You know, the redesign and everything. Sonic movie. I love Sonic, and I was hungry for some Sonic content because literally I was going through a drought. Team Sonic Racing didn't feel enough for me because what the fuck happened before Team Sonic Racing? Sonic Forces?
Sonic Forces.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, I was starving for Sonic content, and I was like, this movie better fulfill what I was looking for, and it did.
When did Team Sonic Racing come out?
2019.
That was
2019.
Yeah, 2 years after Forces. And then we had to wait another year or two for good Sonic content.
I appreciate this fucking movie for existing because this thing literally made Sonic where he is today. Like Sonic became a popular multimedia franchise and able to produce games like they did in the 2000s. Like we're getting games every year, either mobile, spin-off, or remasters. Like we're being fed so hard. Like it's not even funny. Thanks to this fucking movie.
This and Frontiers brought Sonic out of the Sonic always sucks in the general public's eye. Thank fucking God. My man finally gets respect again.
I know, and I appreciate this movie.
Like, imagine if like they didn't listen to any of us when we saw that first trailer, where they actually fucking listened. And you all know how hard that is, and how like very uncommon it is to for them to not do that because they love to do their own thing. But they actually took the time and think it through. I was like, you know what? Maybe we should like do something about this and not like fuck this up. And they did it. They redesigned him. And it was great. It was fantastic. He looks awesome. And even if like the story was good and the characters weren't good, it still wouldn't have saved the movie because of how horrendous Sonic looked. But they fixed that, and it turned out to be a great movie.
Yeah, and I know it's like a buddy cop type of thing, like Eli said. I mean, Grant, I've never seen Hop before, so I didn't really.
It's awful.
It's like a water type of buddy cop.
Yeah, I heard that movie was pretty gross.
That movie was fucking sucked.
I think I only watched 45 minutes of it, and then I was done.
But I don't know. So Sonic movie was still fun on its own. I mean, granted, I only seen it like once, I believe. I should rewatch it again and get my opinion so fan. And I wouldn't mind rewatching it at some point because the movie.
I remember I rewatched it before I went to go see Sonic 2, and I did enjoy it then, and I'm going to rewatch it again. So I'm looking forward to rewatching it again.
I think the movie still holds up great. It's just it's easy to think lesser of it after getting Sonic 2.
Oh, yeah,
and when Sonic 3 comes out, it may look like a fucking D tier by comparison.
Yeah. Well,
but like as its own
like,
thing, it's still really good.
Yeah.
The groundwork it adds so much seeds to what the future holds, like especially with Tails to build up and up.
I do want to
Emerald
point out,
City.
I truly believe in my heart that Tom and Maddie are like the absolute best human characters out of any of the humans.
Yeah, Pretzel Lady and
Yeah.
Donut Lord, I agree.
Like, there's so
Yeah.
much better than anything Sonic.
Maybe
has
Agent
so
Stone.
much better than-
Oh, Agent Stone has become such a fan favorite character. There's a
yeah, him
team. There's a team that's rebooting, like, not officially, but they're rebooting the Archie comics, and they added Agent Stone as a henchman with Snively. And I thought that was
Wow.
funny.
Yeah.
Kinda wild.
Agent Stone is a pretty big character in Sonic now. I don't know if he'll start appearing in the
I
games,
think
probably
better.
not, but like, it's nice to know that there's a human character besides Eggman that got a pretty like high attention.
Yeah.
Because like most of the humans are okay or just flat out suck. you
Yeah.
know?
I was just wondering if you'd like a latte with steamed on steamed milk.
They can put
Like an imbecile?
human characters.
Of course I want a latte. I love them.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah. Speaking of Jim Carrey, though, like I think he stole the show.
Yeah.
He carried a lot of it. I agree with Eli with the whole design for Eggman. It's not really Eggman yet, but I kind of expected that they would start off like easy.
For being like a prototype
But I
Eggman design,
really
like
like
it
the
was really
outfit
good.
that he had though.
Yeah.
Um,
Like he was kind of like he had the black suit for a while, and like towards the climax, he starts to look a bit more like Eggman with like the
Yep.
goggles and the red suit. And then by the very end of the movie with the stingers, like, ooh, the transformation is complete.
I'm kind
Or
of
at least maybe now they're thinking the transformation is complete in Sonic 3 since he's got the belly now.
Spoiler
Yeah.
alert, it is.
As for Ben Schwartz as Sonic, I think this is like my favorite Sonic since Jason Griffin. Like they portrayed his
Jason
character
Griffin.
very well. Like the whole origin story, the voice, like the tone of his character and his arc is just really good, and I'm very invested in it, and makes it believable. So
Like,
yeah, I think he did
it's still Sonic, just with
it
like a
really
bit
makes me
more.
want to like voice Sonic in the games. If I'm being real. Like I like
Yeah.
Roger Craig Smith, but I think like his welcome is overdue at this point.
Yeah, but I'm sure they're gonna keep him
I like
regardless anyways. He's not gonna be replaced.
Yeah, I know.
Not yet. Anyway, nobody lasts forever, unless you're.
Is he like the longest lasting VA
Yes,
for Sonic?
he
actually?
is.
Yeah,
He is.
Yeah, I thought so.
it's really crazy to think that too. Like that's a fact.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's neat.
Poor Kids Crew, who was like lasted for a really long time beforehand, like 7 years.
Yeah,
I
Drummond
believe-
and Griffith lasted like for 5 years.
No, I said 7 because
they
they
started-
in 2010.
They started with X, which was 2003, and Black Knight
Okay,
was
well,
2000.
yeah. Okay.
Black Knight was 2008 or 9.
Yeah, but yeah, it ended in 2010 with Sonic Free Riders.
Boy, what a
What about
first
Sonic Colors?
impression.
Wow,
But
what a
no,
fucking introduction!
no,
to a
Free
new
Riders came out first.
title. Jesus.
Okay.
Sonic and
So
also
it's must be Sonic
Technically, the first Roger Craig Smith voice actually happened at a Sega-themed hotel.
Yeah, whatever, nerd.
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
Nerd.
Everybody know that. Yeah, I know that obscure fact. But man, I don't want to.
But yeah, no, this movie's great. Like,
Yeah.
My favorite scene is just like fucking Eggman being a fucking goofy goober while he's trying to analyze Sonic's quill. Like
He just
that scene
pretends
that
to see
I
it, and he's got a
poorly
T-Rex that chews his head off.
that scene that I poorly imitated because the fucking mustache kept falling off in New York.
Like at one point,
Yeah,
he
this
on the
is-
fall too.
I think about
that's
that for
fair.
New York too.
Yeah.
That's a cool
but
outfit, though. I like that outfit.
Yeah,
That's-
that's cool. Since I'm starting to lose weight, maybe I'll actually fit in it. Yeah, the Sonic one's great. It's a great start to a apparently long-lasting franchise, as we will see. Did
Hey, it's
anybody?
successful enough to get 3 movies.
Yep, and more.
Oh yeah.
Anybody else have any other things they want to put in?
I believe I said all I said, unless I think about something later. But I think I hit all the.
Yeah, I know you did, but like I was asking the
Yeah.
two people that didn't talk a lot.
No, I
No,
didn't think I need to share for the first movie, honestly.
Okay. All right, so back to the short cartoons. We have Sonic Color: Rise of the Wisps. 3, 2, 1, go.
Say no more.
This is weird because I've seen this, but I haven't seen it at the same time. I barely remember
This
this.
shit is the best goat.
You know,
It's like
I'm just.
Sonic
I don't,
Jesus.
I don't think I remember too much of it, so I'm just gonna put it in. See.
This is Sonic right here. Rise of the
I thought it was
Jerry
me.
needs to do a side by side of the fucking cartoon.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Anyways, real opinion. I was gonna put it. I'll put it.
Damn, I thought you were all over this, but
Actually,
Whoa.
I thought it was okay. Like,
Oh,
part of
Stop
me
burping.
like. I really didn't like the first episode when it came to Sonic because I didn't find him that. I thought he was trying just like the actual Colors game. He was trying way too hard to be funny, and I was just rolling my eyes. Like the best part of episode 1 was honestly fucking Orbot treating Metal Sonic as a as a little brother, and Metal Sonic just looking like. Why did Dad build you? I asked for a little sister, not fucking incompetent like left and right nutsacks.
Wow.
Episode 2 was actually pretty cool with the Metal Sonic fight, which honestly this whole cartoon just leads into a very 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 mediocre gameplay element in the Colors remaster. But yeah, no, I don't really like it. I don't hate it. That's why it's not on D. But like, I didn't really jive with it. It's got some good in it. Not my thing.
I find it decent. I find it okay. Although ironically, Noah, I had a different opinion on how I view Sonic. I thought like Sonic was kind of handled differently. Like I didn't think of him as the Pontac and Graph Sonic because I know Ian Flynn wrote this, and you can tell by
Yeah.
the writing because it's nothing like
Yeah,
what.
it's slightly better, but like Sonic like voicing Eggman and just saying shit like oh, I'm fucking stupid, you know.
I mean, I don't know. Unless Ian Flynn was trying to mimic the style.
I
of
think
Sonic.
he was. It is definitely smarter writing, but like it's still trying to emulate terrible writing, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I do remember it was a wisp chase hunt with Sonic and Metal Sonic and trying to go each other with it. I think it was a pretty cool
Yeah,
concept.
that
Honestly,
that was easily the best part.
honestly, the one thing I really wish, and it made Tails useful here too. Like, I really wish it made me wish that the fucking game story was rewritten into this type of style. Like at least like, because I mean the story of Colors is all right. I think it's kind of the best from the Pontac and Graph era. honestly, because
Mhm.
it's not a high bar to reach. I think it has a better storyline than Good Forces and Colors and Lost World especially.
True.
But even then, I kind of really wish Colors was kind of rewritten in some way, um, like the style of what the Rise of the Wisp is going for. Um, it's a really neat animation. The art style is really pretty too. I kind of like it. I like the simplistic looking design on it, and like
Yeah,
the fact
it
that
looks
the
good.
fact they chose Sweet Mountain out of all locations is a bit interesting. Maybe it's just easier to animate because there's not
Oh,
much
totally.
not much complex backgrounds to feature, unlike Planet Wisp or Tropical Resort or especially Aquatic Park. Actually, yeah, I stand by that. Yeah, I think it's Sweet Mountain because it's so simplistic compared to the rest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, Sterling Carnival could have been simplistic too, I guess, but oh well.
I mean, if you're outside, it's sure as hell not.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I think I think it's a fine cartoon. I find it better than Mania Adventures. I don't really find it as great as Team Sonic Racing Overdrive, but it's not bad. I meme about the show a lot. That's about it. I I do that more than watching it. So yeah.
Hell yeah, memes. Anyway, time for a Juggernaut hit. We got Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
There we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Booyah.
So yeah, until Sonic 3 comes out, this is the peak of Sonic media. That's not
Yep.
video
Hey,
games.
everyone ranked it 1. Hell yeah.
Hey yo.
Yep. The first time in tier list debate history, everybody agrees that a thing is clearly the best out of all the other things.
I don't know how special this one is.
That may be true. Actually, I can't think of anything else that like everyone in the party has agreed on for like any other thing we've done. I'd have to like go back and see.
Yeah. So well, let's get some new blood into this. John, you go first.
So if you want a way more in-depth talk about it, we literally did a podcast talk about this movie. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and so this movie was a nice birthday gift for me because it came out a couple days after my birthday. I watched the movie 3 times.
Same.
I watched the movie 3 times. I won't lie. By the time I got to the third one, I was like, okay, I mean, I still enjoyed it, but at the same time, I was like, yeah, I think 3 was enough. But
Fake fan.
then
Couldn't handle
I
it.
enjoyed it. I watched this like the 2 nights before it got premiered, because it got early. My theater got early access to it. It came with a poster, and I got a comic book out of it.
Nice.
I mean, even then, at the time, this movie was also like really comforting too, because I was going through a rough time and such. So I think this movie just being around, it really did help. It was a nice distracting factor. But I love this movie a lot. This is where the Sonic movie truly felt like the Sonic movies. You know, like there. I mean, yes, the human characters still play a role. Honestly, it's hot take. I do enjoy the wedding scene. I know most people don't like it, but I think it's great.
No, I think it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, thank you. I'm not the only one who thinks that because a lot of people just don't like it. I was like,
So we mentioned Rachel before, and I'll be mentioning Rachel again. But in the first movie, I hated Rachel. Like I hated her. I'm talking like I hate Wade's sister kind of hate. But in this movie, she was fantastic. She was so funny. She was like I've been fucked around so much. I had enough of this shit, and just goes fucking wire on everything. And the background of the fireworks and her doing the Undertaker signal to her so-called former husband, or soon be husband anyway, because like he talked his way out of it. But yeah,
it's so cool. You learned it on our wedding
that's probably my favorite human scene out of all the human scenes ever.
or something.
it was good.
I know you landed on our ice.
It's so much more funnier, and I would so much rather watch that than the entirety of the Knuckles show.
Like literally, literally, Knuckles and Tails do a great job in this. Like Knuckles' debut was the best part. Honestly,
This is my favorite Knuckles ever.
he takes the spotlight more than
Knuckles is my second favorite character in the movie verse behind Robotnik.
Then you're
I
gonna
love Knuckles in this movie.
But No, this movie literally takes. This movie was so great. It was like so much. This was like the movie we've been needing. Like I wish the first one had this type of. I just said the first one was a setup film, so I'm not gonna like flack on it too much. But the second one has true adventure with Sonic and Tails going through various locations. Some of them are kind of like far fetched, but I mean, you can tell it's like an ice cap reference. You got Labyrinth Zone reference, all that stuff. So they kind of a little bit into the Sonic-y areas, not by much, but it's just a nice feature. The fight scenes were also really cool too with Sonic and Knuckles. I think that part was awesome. And even then, like just Robotnik too plays a bigger role, and like they even give much more sexual tension between Agent Stone and fucking Dr. Robotnik.
He's back.
Yeah, it was nice seeing it return, and the best part is the climax. The climax against the Death Egg robot or
It looks so good.
It was literally it was literally peak. Like I don't know how dude the third movie is gonna freaking explode my pants of how.
And it had a fucking second manual for it.
I am on the cutting edge of coming and good.
Don't watch the YouTube poop where they cut out the getting part. Coming. I'm on the cutting edge of coming.
Honestly, I don't even know if I got spoiled by the Supersonic scene. I mean, not the scene, but I know there was toys of it being revealed, but I'm not sure if I got spoiled by that or
McDonald's.
not. Actually, maybe it did.
I was spoiled. I was spoiled with Supersonic being in the movie before.
Dude, Supersonic was so awesome. I was so happy.
Yeah, he was great.
He was great indeed.
It was so badass and everything, and even like I think one of the good quotes is that like like I think like Tom and Maddie were like or I think Tails, I forgot one of them was saying like why aren't you still super
really
or
love
whatever.
Tom and Maddie in this one because they're more like parent figures now, which is makes sense. That's the way it should be.
Yeah, and like I know Sonic was saying they need some more growing up to do when it comes to like handling with this much power, and like he summoned a fucking chili dog with that because of Supersonic abilities, which is kind of funny.
Oh yeah. The fucking
but
goat.
and then in the post credit scene, I know everyone freaked the fuck out and blew up their
Yeah. That was a really good fucking audience I was with too.
Did you watch it with Lily?
No, like which one? No, the second one. No.
Sonic. Okay, I was about to say.
I didn't hang out with Lily during that.
I know, but I like to imagine you went to see the movie together. Shadow appears and your fucking dick turned to a horse cock and started exploding. He's like, "Oh, Kevin, not all over the people in front of us."
Oh.
Bro, when I first got on that country, I was like, ah!
I remember. I think I remember people were starting to like leave the theater on my when they were seeing this thing. And I'm like, dang, I'm trying to see this thing.
That just in case something like that happens. It was so worth it. I used like 2 cameras for that too. It's so great.
Although, fun fact, that Shadow model was just a recolored Supersonic model.
Yeah, that's
It
what I
was,
heard.
yeah.
Makes sense.
It was so obvious.
It still looked. It looked fine for what it was, but it was
It did.
like I mean, it was one of those things where it's like fun for a teaser, but where we want like a whole movie about it. So I am glad that they fixed up his design to be more akin to the Shadow that we know for the Sonic 3 movie.
Everything that I hoped for. He looks amazing. He voiced by Keanu Reeves. It looks like the whole package there.
Yeah. So yeah, this is obviously my favorite Sonic movie. Like between this one and the first one, I do like Sonic 2 more because it got more of the Sonic characters in it. So it's starting to feel more like Sonic. I like Tails and Knuckles being there. They got their personalities down pretty well. I've already mentioned, like, of course, Robotnik's still my favorite character in this continuity, but Knuckles is up there too. I do enjoy Idris Elba voicing him. His personality, where he's the tough as nails warrior, but he's not familiar with the Earth customs, so he comes off more like it's like Drax the Destroyer mixed with Starfire, where he's just like, what is this baseball? What is ice cream?
That's right.
Dot, 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 dot.
Dot
That
dot.
was one of the funniest jokes.
Oh, God.
And I definitely think this is definitely the movie where they got the Eggman design down pretty well. I mean, yeah, he doesn't have the gut yet. He gets that in Sonic 3, but I do definitely enjoy the his look in this movie. I like it more when he has the red and black suit. Like I like that more than the Master Emerald suit he gets later. Even though green's my favorite color, I think the red and black works better for Robotnik, obviously. And as all, just like in the first movie, Jim Carrey's still doing the fine mix of both goofy, funny, and also intimidating. You can't beat me, all that.
Yeah, it kind of sounds
Still got,
like when he starts like attacking Sonic and all his crew and all that. Like he does start sounding like Mike Bullock a bit as time goes on. Really nice touch. I think that I don't know if Jim Carrey even noticed that, or maybe he did, but either way, it was really nice.
I have been rehatched.
And speaking of like you mentioned about like Eggman's gut in 3, like yeah, we did see it, but I felt like looked like as time went on, like the trailer kept going, and he looked like he lost it too. Like,
he still had it. Like you can see the patch job that if you look at the trailer again, he has like the patch job where he stripped Agent Stone, took his shirt, and then they sewed it onto his suit.
But when do you remember that one like scene? It was like 1 second where like Eggman and Sonic are together, like they went through.
You can see the patch.
Really?
I'll have to look at it again.
Eggman from 2. So.
Yeah, no. I mean, it is the same outfit, but like the black part, the inside of the jacket, you can see a patch job on it.
Okay, I'm gonna slow that down then. All right. Like put up to 0.25, whatever. But yeah. Anything else you like? Cause
I think it's like I'm trying to remember. I feel like there might have been a few slower moments, like in the beginning part, maybe with them like traveling in Siberia, or like the owl talking scene, or like Longclaw, that was her name. But like everything with like Knuckles, I love the fight with Sonic and Knuckles. I mean, granted, I've only seen this movie once. I only saw it in theaters, but I do have it on DVD. I'm prepared to rewatch it before Sonic 3 drops, so I'm looking forward to that. And the wedding scene, yeah, it's fine. I mean, I guess it is probably the weakest part of the movie, but it's not like bad, I would say. Like it's still got the usual hijinks and stuff, and the actors carry it, and it's where we get to find out that gun exists in this continuity.
I also want to point out that they made a really nice Easter egg in one of the helicopters that said SA2 on it.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And I like how like Robotnik actually does, like even if he does treat Stone like crap, like he'll still take him along with him. Like, Doctor, take me with you, and he still takes him along. Like even after he gets, like I feel like Robotnik with Master Emerald power doesn't really fit him particularly as much.
He was real cool, honestly.
I mean, he was cool. I just preferred like the red and black look. Sonic. But like Sonic himself is still great in the movie too. Like his design's improved, and he's got like the usual, like solid personality, like good mix of the heartfelt story arc of him wanting to have more friends, but he's also like all carefree and party. He's a party guy, and this is where we get the Chaos Emeralds, which this makes me wonder if whether or not they'll play a role in the next movie. I guess we'll have to see about that. Yeah. Maybe we'll have to like track him down again, but I suppose we'll see. Maybe we'll see Super Sonic again. Maybe we'll see Super Shadow. Like who's to know? But
they have to.
but yeah, but overall, I definitely do think like Sonic 2 is the peak of Sonic media.
Mm-hmm.
It is like a good mix of action, comedy, adventure kind of thing. The characters are great. The voice work and acting good is great, and I am definitely looking forward to Sonic 3. Surprisingly, might be my favorite. End up being my favorite movie of the year. I mean, not that I've seen a whole lot of movies this year, or at least plan to, but like, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Sonic 3. I'll watch it in the theaters in December, and I think I'm gonna have a great time with it. I even got like a Sonic shirt ready to wear to the premiere. That'll be nice. And yeah, Sonic 2, Electric Boogaloo. Good job to you. Very nice.
So,
Man. Like,
so
I just want to. Is it my turn or you have
yeah,
someone else?
you can go ahead. Go.
Oh man, like I just want to point out I have never seen a movie twice in a theater. Until this, like this movie is so special to me. Like I talk so highly of Mortal Kombat being the 1995 version being the best video game adaptation movie ever, and that's been going with that for like the past over 22 decades. But like everything that Sonic 2 did just made me change all that. This is like the pinnacle of video game adaptation.
I would say so too.
Like, yep, this is the best version of Sonic, best version of Tails, best version of Knuckles. Like Knuckles, like stole the whole fucking show. Like
Yeah,
the
that's my
fact that
favorite.
they
That's
made
my
him
favorite
into
version
like
of
the
Knuckles.
tribal warrior, is a fantastic work of his character. Like they just made him so fucking strong in this one, and so damn likable or lovable, I should say. Yes, he does fall for Eggman's tricks again, like he always does, but it's not like he doesn't sound dumb when he is like it's just
He bounces back from it. But this is how I go.
But
How
he just
dare you
sounds,
attack me in my hour of soul?
it's just they just did so right with this movie. Like Jim Carrey's better than ever as Robotnik. The jokes are funny. Like a lot of serious stuff are super good. The Knuckles and Sonic fight was awesome. Just the relationship with Sonic and Tails, just brothers. Just it's really good. So much action packed going on. The snow scene, it screams out Sonic Adventures vibe to it.
Yeah.
Just like fuck, it's such a good movie. The only thing I could say bad about is like the music's not from the games. This is generic ass music. That's it. Other than that, it's got everything else. Like, what more can you ask for?
Well,
The-
other than the music, apparently.
Knuckles and Sonic.
I mean,
fantastic.
it is funny because I feel like there was more music from the games in like Sonic in the first Sonic movie than this one. Like I know Tom's ringtone is like Green Hill Zone, I believe.
There was.
But like I'm talking about like actual like music playing through like 2-3 minutes.
But like I know you hear like Green Hill Zone in the first movie, like towards the end, like when they're rebuilding the
I'm
house.
not talking about jingles though. I'm talking about like full-fledged like OSTs like playing throughout.
And like in the first movie, like when Robotnik first shows up, you kind of get like it's kind of sort of a remix of his theme song from the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, where it's like dum 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 whatever.
I didn't notice.
It's like a parody though. It's not direct, but it's like a bootleg version, I'd say.
Yeah.
Not a one-to-one.
It's cool. I liked it.
It's inspired. Let's put it that way.
All right.
Just
Okay,
the,
you're just Sonic Hedgehog
the
fanboy.
intro, the relationship with Tom and Sonic, the father and son bit, beats with Knuckles and Sonic, Tails and Sonic in the snow world, just everything is just so right. Baseball scene is fantastic.
I have conquered the second of the bases.
Baseball is wonderful.
I am having the fun.
And the
My victory chariot.
and so much Sonic Heroes vibes during that fight with the Death Robot. Oh my god.
Mhm.
It makes me excited for Sonic 3 because it seems like, hey, full-time Team Sonic. It's not just like the climax. They'll just like be together almost the whole time this time.
God, this movie fucks hard. I love it so much.
Yeah.
It is quite nice indeed.
I should have seen this shit 3 times in a theater, but hey, whatever. It is what it is.
I did.
And obviously that Shadow
I did too.
fight scene.
It is.
Oh my god! And it's coming full circle.
Oh yeah.
It's very rare for me to see a movie twice in theaters now. Actually, I think funny enough, I think last time I saw a movie twice in theaters was a superhero, the Dragon Ball movie.
I
That's
really
neat.
want to see Dragon Ball movie theaters at one point. But that's a different topic.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
different topic indeed.
I'm pushing us along now. John, did
Fair
you
enough.
say anything?
Something. That was the first one to talk about Sonic 2.
All right, just yeah, I gotcha. Quickly, my thoughts on Sonic 2. It's peak perfection. It's great. It's amazing, even spectacular. You know, everything. Knuckles was great. This is my favorite version of Knuckles by a landslide.
Same.
Showing us that buff Knuckles can be done right.
Well, it's like you said earlier, he's buff, but he's not like Sonic Boom buff. I remember you saying that one time. It's like a good middle ground between
Well, my
two
my
different-
problem with Sonic Boom Knuckles wasn't that he was buff; it was that he was an idiot, like Kevin
Oh,
in
yeah.
Mario Party, like he's fucking idiot. Throwback Thursday, let's go. But like
That's so funny.
shit, I gotta upload this on a Thursday now. So
Well,
yeah, no, like I really like Sonic 2. Like everything about the first game peak. Now, like you got fucking Labyrinth Zone. Like, come on, so what more could you ask for other than those sad losers asking for Angel Island? Grow up. That's my answer to you guys.
Yeah, that doesn't mean a damn thing to me. I don't care.
Yeah.
What a hater.
You hear that, game apologist and channel pup? Grow up.
Yeah, like
but-
no Angel Island, so what? Who fucking cares? Like it has everything else.
later, hater.
Basically. So, yeah, no. A lot of people say Robotnik is way better than the first one. I'll agree to disagree with that. I think he's about the same enjoyable, as in he's very fucking enjoyable.
I would say so too. Like I think he's equally awesome in both movies.
Yeah. Yeah, he's great. Like, I watched this shit like fucking 3 times. I was originally gonna watch the movie with my friends, but my friends were like, "Oh, we can't do that." And I'd be like, "Well, fuck you. This is Sonic. I'm leaving. I'm going without you fucks." Although I didn't tell them that because I still wanted to see it, but like I had to see this movie, So
Yeah.
I did. So I went to the movies by myself. Had a great fucking time. Never told them that I went to the movies already. So when we eventually did go to the movies, I acted like, "Wow, Sonic is yellow." But
Did they ever know that? Did they ever know you lied to them?
they still don't know, but like whatever.
They're gonna watch this video and find out.
Although I did tell them to their face, like, "Hey, you better clear your schedule for Sonic 3 because I will. I won't even keep it a secret. I am going the first opportunity I can. So you guys better be ready, or you're gonna start to cry because I'm seeing this damn movie."
I want to go the
Like,
first opportunity.
second
I
movie
can't
is perfect.
I'll have to see what my work schedule's like by then.
But yeah, no, Sonic 2, fucking masterpiece. Can't wait for the third one. You're wrong, Mark.
That's
Oh,
probably
it's
Alright.
Mark.
Alright, so we have now a little short about the movie. Sonic Drone Home. A 3, a 2, a 1, a go.
Was this like the short film that they have for like? Okay, no wait, never mind. Knuckles is there, so I guess it's
I've
like,
never seen this. I
I've
probably
never seen
like,
it
a
either.
small clip, but I have no opinion.
I'm gonna be honest, I really didn't like this because, like, it kind of spooked me about the future of this Sonic movie universe.
Yeah.
This short kind of spooked me for the future of this franchise because they made Knuckles an idiot, which is the one thing I hated. Like he was just he was very close to a full-on dumbass in that short.
Darn.
I thought the robot was gonna be a mainstay character, and I was like, oh fuck, please no. Thank God that robot is nowhere to be seen in Sonic Movie 3. So, and he wasn't there for Knuckles. So thank God. Thank God that shit wasn't canon. But like, it's a very nothing burger of a thing that they created. Like, I wonder why they even made it. Like, that's how nothing it is to me. Like, you know, you got a decent action scene before it turns into, hey, let's talk him down. Oh, I want to take over the world with poetry, and then whatever. Like, it's so nothing. It's such a nothing animation, and it scared me what the future of this franchise was going to be. And thankfully, this shit isn't canon, so we're all good.
Yep. I got not much to say. Pretty much what Noah said, and also like it's weird hearing Knuckles not being voiced by Isbell. I don't pronounce that name.
Idris Elba.
So thank you. But Fred
Tedesco, however they say his last name.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I don't know how to say it.
And I do. There's one scene I like where like Knuckles is like trying to narrate his own life. And Knuckles is very strong and very brave. And then Tails is happy to just be here. And Knuckles like Tails' narration is very poor. Needs work.
It's very sad.
But other than that, I don't really feel anything about this. Not much to say.
Alright.
Stuff Noah said.
Yeah. So moving on, we have the Sonic Frontiers promotional cartoon. I forgot what this is called.
Prologue Delirious? Wait a minute. Delirious?
You know, I just realized.
I'm so not to Google this.
Oh, it's Prologue Divergence. Prologue Divergence.
Divergence, yep.
I remembered.
So what did you notice before we slapped this on the tier?
They don't have Sonic Superstar, the animation, the Triple Trouble, whatever it's called. Like,
Yeah.
Damn. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I already put it online. Oh well.
Let's see. You know what? Yeah, I'll go easy on it.
In my opinion, this is until the Shadow one is fully complete. This is my favorite promotional cartoon that we've gotten so far. The animation is beautiful. It's nice to see Knuckles being treated seriously again. We got to see him like glide over Angel Island, like through Sky Sanctuary, like chilling with Chow. Although Sky Sanctuary, to my knowledge, wasn't yellow, so fuck this animation. It was trash. But like once he got into the Starfall Islands through the teleportation thing, and then the animation of him beating up those robots were so fucking cool.
Great.
Like I really wish we got another Sonic anime. Like that's what it made me feel like, and it also made me want Knuckles to be playable in Sonic Frontiers, and I got that, but you know, that's for another day. But yeah, and like we got a shot of Anime Sage, and she looks super menacing as fuck, which I'm kind of sad didn't carry over into the game. Like, yeah. Like, she is menacing as fuck right there, and I'm kind of sad that it wasn't translated into the games, but she's still a really great character. Hashtag don't touch my daughter. Yeah, no, like, this was a great animation. This is easily, although the Shadow one when we get the full Shadow one, it's gonna top it probably. But like until then, this is my favorite. This is my favorite promotional animation of Sonic.
I personally really liked it. Like, I agree with a lot of things that Noah said. Animation's great. The fight scene with Knuckles and the robots was really good. I think it was really sweet that Knuckles was helping out that Chao that was like, I think stuck in a tree or like underneath some thick rubble.
He wanted. I think he wanted a fruit and he punched the tree.
Right. Yes. You're right. Okay. Because I remember him saving a Chao in some way. But yeah, it's great seeing Sky Sanctuary and obviously Knuckles protecting the Master Emerald and Angel Island. Knuckles being Knuckles the way he should be, and it was really good watch to say the least. Sage looking menacing and all, and just catching Knuckles, like proving that she's not messing around. Like she didn't kill him. Obviously, that's the one thing she messed up on, but she pretty much like wrapped Knuckles into this.
Under what?
Kevin.
Is Brooklyn Wi-Fi strike?
Wait, hold on. Whoops, I got cut off there. Sorry. But yeah, Sage just kidnapping Knuckles, taking him prisoner was a really good start for the Sage character for the game. But like this is like during that timeline where Knuckles is like reaching like his prime, like after like the Sonic 2 movie or like before it. I don't know when this came out, honestly.
After.
No, this is before. After.
This is after Sonic 2. Yeah.
Yeah, they're starting to realize like Knuckles' true potential, and they're taking advantage of that, and worked out very nicely. Like I really enjoyed this short.
John?
For me, I just
Yeah.
No, honestly, I don't really have the same passion as I did with you guys. I initially was gonna put it at B, but then in my mind, I was like, I don't think I find this worse than Rise of the Wisp or Mini Adventures. I find them better, but honestly, the animation was nice, but at the same time, it felt a little bit of nothing for me. Maybe it's on me for thinking that way, and probably it is, but just like it is beautiful.
It's very style over substance, but that style is really nice.
Like the animation is beautiful. Like I agree with you said. Like the combat and everything, it's really nice. But it's just you got to think about this. It was meant to be a prologue for the story of Frontiers, and honestly, I don't really think it fulfills anything. Like I would feel like I'd live without this cutscene or this animation playing the Frontiers.
Yeah.
Like it's nice to see how Knuckles got captured, I guess, but we never saw how Tails and Amy got captured. How come they didn't get animation?
I mean, yes, we did. Like
not
in the comics. In the opening cutscene, you know, all three of them get into cyberspace, and then they're trapped in there. But Sonic was the only one that was managed to break free. Because he's Sonic, and I'm sure it's because he was fast or whatever bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like it didn't really feel too much story. It just felt like it was more visually appealing. I don't know. It was nice seeing Knuckles doing his stuff and looking more serious and be a guardian, but I don't know. It just feels a whole lot of nothing. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like, I still put it higher, of course, but it's just I don't know. I think it just looks better. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of mixed on it. Maybe I'll put it a little lower. It's better than Mini Adventures.
All right. Next we have Sonic Prime. 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, what should I say? This is a bit of a tricky one for me because I've only seen the first season. I haven't taken the time to watch the other two. Like, there's 3 seasons, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and like I remember watching the first season. Like at the time, wait. It came out like in November of 2022, right? Oh no, wait, December.
Oh.
I mean, I watched it I watched it January of 2023, but like at the time I was like 6, so I was kind of just like
You were 6 when
tired,
you
kind of.
watched this?
Huh?
You said you were 6 when you watched this?
No. where did you get 6 from? Why would I be
heard him
6
say
years
6.
old watching Sonic Prime?
I don't know. I was probably 6 years old watching Sonic X. You know, different strokes for different
Yeah,
folks.
I used to be psycho when I watched Sonic Prime.
but no, at the time I was at the time I was sick. May have been COVID, may have not been. I don't know. We'll never know. But like at the time, I just didn't feel up to like playing games or anything. So it's like no, I feel more like watching stuff. So I saw that Sonic Prime was there. I started watching it, and I do remember enjoying it fine for what it was. Like I like the whole idea of like the different universes and like every universe that Sonic goes to, it focuses on a different character. I don't know. I feel like 9 kind of falls off. I guess he falls off in the later seasons from what I've heard, but I liked him fine in the first season at least. Like I don't know how he is in the next 2, but I think my favorite character might have been the pirate Captain Knuckles, whatever his name was. Well, I mean, of the universe that Sonic goes to, I guess he was probably my favorite. I don't think I was too into like the multiple Eggmans as villains thing. Like they were just kind of there. They were just kind of there for me. I don't know how they are in later seasons.
People hate them.
They're the same.
Yeah, but they're just there. I wasn't too crazy about them either.
Like I know from like what little I've seen, yeah, because I know like the second season of Sonic Prime came out while we were on the Texas trip, right? Because like y'all started watching it, and I was just thinking, well, maybe I should just watch it for myself on my own time or something, and I just never got around to it.
Season 2 in the Texas trip.
Nice, but like I do know the whole thing with like Robot Amy kind of having a face turn, but like and Shadow gets more focused like in these later seasons because he's like barely in the first one. Or does he? Okay, never mind. So much I know.
That's a funny joke.
Sonic Prime.
The Rouge design I actually like pretty fun. Like the design she gets in like the normal universe with like the suit. I mean, my favorite Rouge design is still a Sonic Heroes design, but the design she has in Prime isn't so bad.
Yeah, the one that's almost based off of the Heroes design.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Kevin hates the Prime Rouge design.
No, I like the Prime Rouge.
Covers up too much cleavage.
Exactly. You don't get to see them bat titties.
I mean,
Where's
I
the
guess
bat
I would like,
boobies?
like if
That's
I was
fine. I don't
tempted
care.
to-
I'm more of an ass guy anyway.
I was tempted to put Sonic Prime and watched a little bit since I'd only seen the first season out of like 3 seasons, so maybe I don't have like a concrete opinion of it. But I guess since I watched the whole first season, it qualifies enough to be there. But like I don't know, maybe it would be higher, maybe it would be lower if I had seen the other 2. Maybe I'll see them eventually. I don't know. I kind of heard they're like kind of quality, but. I mean, I enjoyed what I saw of the first season. But probably, like when it comes down to it, I feel like I would probably be more interested in like watching through something like Sonic X, or like I think Sonic X is probably the Sonic show that interests me the most out of the ones I haven't extensively watched still. But like season 1 Sonic Prime was good enough for me. Like I enjoyed it just fine. But like y'all go ahead and have your video essays. Y'all got a lot more to say than I do, obviously.
I don't believe you.
You know how to...
You don't
And
believe-
nothing.
you know never to shut the fuck up. Anyway, John, since you are the only, I wouldn't say negative. You put it at B, but like, you go.
So,
I haven't
No.
even seen the output it yet.
now I'm not gonna worship season 1 like I did with Eli. But I think
No,
I think
if I worship season 1, I'd put it in the top tier. But,
no, honestly, the Sonic Prime gets Sonic X treatment. Like I think the first 2 seasons are fine, but season 3 kind of goes down to shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
So see,
It has
okay,
a
so
really good finale though.
but the thing with so with Sonic Prime, it has a strong start. Episode 1 was phenomenal. I think it had a really strong start, but then it kind of went. I think the A Council too, or A Guild, or was it New York City? I think that part was like the best multiverse part. The pirate one was kind of the second best. No, the caveman one, it's my least. I don't like the jungle one. It's my least favorite. It's really boring.
yeah, I think the jungle one's my least favorite too.
But
I don't
yeah,
judge with like feral tales or like
yeah, and
villainy, I guess.
overall, like, I do think, like, I think didn't season 2 start with the other Sonic versus Shadow fight again or something?
Yeah.
Like, doesn't
There's
each episode, like, doesn't each season, like, episode 1 of each season, do they always start with a Sonic versus Shadow fight?
No, not season 3, but like, I mean, if we're gonna be very technical, Sonic vs. Shadow was in episode 2 or 3 in season 1, and it was in season 2-1, but there is no Sonic vs. Shadow in season 3.
Okay.
Unless you count Shadow lecturing Sonic as a fight, which I don't.
I kind of forgot Shadow even like kind of chatted with Sonic in season 1. I feel like he was just the background guy. Like he showed up at the beginning, I think some, but then he like doesn't show up until the end where it's like Sonic, you were destroying things or something like that.
Yeah, that's kind of his role. But so like with Sonic Prime, there's like some aspects I like. I think the multiverse concept was nice and all, but I felt like it was just getting out of hand. Like, I really wish they kind of like there was more multiverse in some way. Or I mean, I'm glad season 2 kind of established a crossover between all of them in some way. But at the same time, I would appreciate it with the original characters too, because literally we have not seen any of that. Like it's only in episode 1, but barely. And even at the ending too, you're not going to see them enough. It just, I think like the structure of it is interesting, especially with 9 and such. But I don't know, just the whole conflict with Sonic and 9 in season 3, it was kind of all over the place. Like 9 was kind of annoying in a little bit. Some way. Like I know like 9 and Sonic had different beliefs and such in some way. And how Sonic is kind of, I don't know, like literally season 3 was just a Naruto plot. Like Sonic was to Naruto and 9 was to Sasuke. It's like, oh, come back 9. Like I don't know, just literally try to chase him down.
Man, that just makes me hate 9 even more.
I think my favorite moment of 9 was with the season 1 was like that one moment where he's like working on the computer and stuff, and then there's like some robot that tries to attack him from behind, and he just takes him out with the tails without even like looking. Just kind of like. It's a small moment, obviously, but so that's the moment I remember most about 9.
So you know, and also another thing, like with season 3, it really padded out so much. It felt it was like literally a copy of Sonic Forces' plotline, like just like the good side. I mean, like it's just like Sonic's team versus like the Nine's team, pretty much. And they even did like the poses where they were all going against each other. I don't know. There was like a scene. There was like a promotional scene in posters where you see the left side with Sonic charging up against like Infinite, Metal Sonic, and Eggman or whatever. Like they did the similar structure. I don't know. It just like season 3 also kind of dragged out a lot in some parts. It just felt the pacing was kind of just all over the place. And even then, the climax to it, it kind of got interesting. And at the end though, like we thought Sonic died or something, or Sonic was with the like, I forgot what happened. I know Shadow rescued Sonic at the end of season 3. It's been a while. I don't know it, and also Sonic's personality. I'm not really too big on it. Like, I feel like they made Sonic pretty childish in this one. I'd say
like a little too cocky, I guess.
Not too cocky, but just it's kind of like a little. I don't know. Like they make him too soft at times.
Or like self-destructive, I guess.
I mean, to be fair, they did do that on purpose because this is supposed to be a less like a confident Sonic. Like this is a Sonic where he's like, yeah, I beat Eggman, that's my shtick. But like when things get out of hand, he's a little bit like, oh shit, what do I do?
Because he tends to make a lot of mistakes, from what I recall.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I know, because like he's completely out of his elements, and that's what they were going for. Because like it's really funny because I can say this and say everybody was fucking wrong, because like for the longest time people were like, oh, Prime is canon to the games, except that it couldn't be it couldn't be canon with the games in any way, shape, or form. And then as soon as the show's over, completely over, they said that, yeah, we only set that to draw in more people. So boom, eat shit, you fucking losers. I was right.
Well, I didn't want the show to be canon anymore.
But yeah, you can keep going. Do you have anything else?
I mean, the animation is pretty nice, I'd say. I think the voice actors did a solid job having these roles and such. I do like Sonic's voice in it, I'd say. Like, I'm not like, it's like a tie between Ben Schwartz, honestly. I don't know. They have a really solid casting choice. Trying to think what else. There, I think the show definitely has enjoyable moments, of course. Like they definitely have some like loose references. Like I know season 2, they definitely made an Unleashed reference when Sonic tried to dodge from one of the enemies and such.
Yeah.
Even the Pirate Knuckles plotline is pretty funny because I just can't take him seriously. Like he's just so.
Me beauty.
I love Sonic Knuckles the Dread.
That's what his name was. I knew he had like a.
That's my favorite version of Knuckles in the show.
Knuckles the Dread. Yeah, that was my favorite. I mean, he's the one that gets the most focus on shows, so.
Oh, easily, yeah. Although I find it interesting that like fucking New Yoke Knuckles was the only. This is the only case where he actually got a different actor compared to everybody else. Like everybody else, for every other counterpart, that's, you caught me off guard. You like, don't scare me like that. But like every actor who plays as like the main characters before the dimension split, they still voice their character, except for New Yoke Knuckles. I don't know why, because I don't know if they just really need to have Knuckles having a Brooklyn accent, but like, he's the only one that has a different voice actor from the other Knuckles.
That's
fucking hilarious.
Interesting. I didn't really notice that. One more thing I want to say.
Yep.
Dude, I cannot stand the fucking Metal Sonic wannabe in that show. Or that... What was that? I don't know what that Metal Sonic was.
Chaos Sonic.
Chaos Sonic. He's such a cocky bitch. Like,
Even Sonic,
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of love him.
I kind of love him because he
like,
Sonic.
I kind of love him, and like, I as we're speaking right now, I'm gonna go buy a Jack specific Chaos Sonic toy now.
That's a fucking toy?
Yeah, it's a fucking toy.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ! I'm making a toy of anything these days.
Mephiles, what the fuck? But yeah, you got anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, I almost called you Chaos, Kevin.
I mean, Mario Party
Kevin.
Kevin is Chaos Kevin.
Chaos with a K.
But like, Kevin, tell us your opinions on the show and why Shadow's the best part of it.
Oh, he has
Well, I was gonna. Wow, I almost said Shadow was the best part of everything, and then I realized Boom is the thing.
Take two.
Definitely the best part of the show, obviously, and I'm sorry, my bias is kicking in again, but it's true.
It's fine.
Because he's like the voice of reasoning for this, and just trying to save the world from Sonic himself.
I agree.
And the only thing to do that is to team up with him. That was in season 2, though. But honestly, I think this is my favorite fight for Sonic and Shadow in terms of like animation.
I agree.
It great.
Both of them.
Yep. Like Sonic pretty much screwing up reality and just meeting all these new friends, like all these new versions of his friends, was a nice touch. The Rebellion world was nice. The Pirate one was really good. As I said already, Knuckles is my version of him in that. Oh yeah, I'm surprised no one talked about Mecha Amy, or Robot Amy, whatever you call it. She was
I sort of did.
badass.
I mean,
Like they made all versions of Amy like a fighter, like something that I've wanted from Amy for a very long time. Like yeah, it's from Boom, but didn't really care much about Boom. But they really just made her like action sequences shine in this one. 9, I couldn't care less about. He's a little pissant brat. Hate him. Didn't care much about the other Eggmans, really. Didn't get much of the real Eggman, surprisingly. It's a shame, though, but it's whatever. But I still love the action sequence, nonetheless. Story was great. It was a fun ride. Like I didn't really see much of 3, but I do remember how it ends about Sonic almost dying. But it's so cliche. I know that's not happening, and 9's gonna change his ways, and everyone's gonna be back to normal.
You didn't see the final episode?
I saw the final episode. I just didn't see like the last.
you didn't see everything in between.
Second and third last episodes, like
he didn't see padded fights of like the same scene over and over. He didn't see those.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, you saw the final episode though, right?
I did see the final episode. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't.
I was about to say that was probably the final episode is probably one of Shadow's best moments in the franchise.
Yeah. Agreed.
Or at least one of them, but like.
Oh yeah, that first episode of season 3 was great too. When they just teamed up against like the super powered Metal Sonic, kinda. I know it's not exactly Sonic, but that was a really awesome sequence when they teamed up like that. And then Shadow trying to hold off while Sonic goes after 9. It was really nice. It was a really good show. I love it, regardless of all that.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go really in depth here because I fucking love Sonic Prime. I don't. The season 3's got its issues, and unfortunately, the only way to avoid those issues is to skip certain episodes. Because you really wouldn't be missing out on a lot. But, like, from season 1 to, like, the beginning of season 3, and then you skip those episodes to the finale. Oh my god, I love Sonic Prime. The animation is so fucking good. The voice actors are all bringing in their A game. I'm gonna be the only person on this goddamn planet, but I'm sure people would be like, of course, Noah. But, I actually do like the Chaos Council, like all those Eggman wannabes.
Well, not awful.
Honestly, the jokes around the baby is way more funny than the baby itself. Easily the worst member. Because, like, one of my favorite jokes from season 1 is, like, okay, we're going to get some information out of this hedgehog. Wow, really? That sounds a little much, don't you think? But you heard the baby.
Those are my favorite parts too.
Yeah. Like so much. Like I know you didn't like the jungle one that much, and like granted it is the weakest one, but honestly I think that version of Amy is probably one of my favorite characters in the whole show.
Which one?
Thorn Amy, like the jungle Amy.
I know Thorn Amy.
She's so cool. The other Amy's think she's cool. Yeah, no, like I really like the new Yoke stuff. It really gives me flashbacks to Sad AM because it's kind of the same premise. So much so that people think fucking New Yoke Rouge is just a reskinned Sally, basically. And I can kind of see that. Yeah, like season 1's really good. Shadow is the best. This is the best Shadow we've gotten since 06, in my opinion. Like, this is a Shadow that's like, he wants to get shit done, he wants to do it his way, and because this is an inexperienced Sonic, he doesn't trust him to get the job done, which leads into one of the best fight scenes that got memed into Shadow licking Latinas.
And also, I like this voice actor for more than I do Kurt Thornton.
Heavily agreed with that. Like, the scene where he's like, "Come at me, bro," and Shadow's like, "Nah, I'm good."
I'm good.
I love
like the-
that. That is like, that is the slickest. That was one of the slickest lines Shadow's ever. That's like one of the slickest burns Shadow's ever done to Sonic since.
Yeah.
Don't be late. Same to you.
You.
Like
but then he just rephrases like what Sonic said right back at him, like,
that was a little cringe, but you know it was also kind of cool. Not having Shadow in at all and having a stupid reason why he can't go into the different worlds is dumb. But like whatever, whenever he's on screen, he's the best part easily, and everything else is just as good. The action scenes are great, unlike the final episode. Like I'm sorry, like to talk about Shadow more, but I'm sure Kevin loves it. But
no,
like
I'm totally
I love one of my favorite Shadow moments of all time is when Sonic sacrifices himself to fix the dimensions, and when he falls down, seemingly like dying, you see the shot of Shadow, who he looks actually worried that like, oh my god, he might actually be gone. I'm like, you never ever seen Shadow worry about Sonic like that ever. And
No.
I'm actually kind of sad if it never happens again, because like the reason I think this is the best dynamic of Sonic and Shadow being together ever, because the two get on each other's nerves just from their natural personalities, but like they generally have a mutual respect for each other, and whether they won't show it, but they do care about each other.
Yep.
So like
I'm
to see
just
a
picturing
moment,
like a Vegeta Android Saga moment with that. Just like Shadow's just like, I will never fight again.
How could you done that so
I don't
bad?
don't know about that. I think the promise to Maria matters way more than that. But but yeah, like in like
Vegeta's more evil.
Shadow, like literally, like the two just back and forth with each other. It like seems like when Sonic got powered up by the fucking crystal thing, and he's like making duplicates of himself because he's moving so fast. He's like, "Oh my god, that Sonic is annoying," and Shadow's like, "Oh, finally a Sonic I can agree with." But like, yeah, no, in the final shot where Sonic is like on the brink of death, and he's like, "I didn't know you were a hugger," and then Shadow's like, "Do you want me to save you?" And then Sonic gets in pain, and Shadow's like, "Oh shit, gotta go." Like, I generally like these two characters, and I'm kind of sad. I'm sad of two reasons. I'm sad the show's ended, and I'm even more sad that Shadow wasn't a main player as we thought he was gonna be, because these two interacting is flawless.
Yeah.
Perfect. But yeah, like, there are other things I really like about the show. I'm very disappointed on one thing in season 2, and that is the super form, quote unquote, that Sonic gets with the rift powers. The purple
right.
Sonic
Yeah,
was so fucking lame. Like we everybody thought he was gonna get like a supersonic version of that in season 3, and we didn't get that shit. No. But like that was really disappointing. But like overall, I just like when I started to see what people thought about the show, I did watch it all again. And while I agree season 3 is just padding to the extreme in the middle, it's still an incredibly fucking enjoyable cartoon. And in my opinion only on this planet probably, is that this is my favorite Sonic TV show. Because, like, you know, Sonic X is a classic. But, like, you know, there are some seasons that, like, don't do it for me. And I'm going to be honest with you. X's animation isn't the greatest. I'll be fucking honest
no, it
with you.
isn't.
No, but
I mean,
the
that's fair.
designs for the characters though.
Even the fight scenes are disappointing. Don't even. I know we're past the Sonic X, but the one thing that disappointed me the most is Super Sonic versus Super Shadow. Like that fight was nothing in season 3.
Yeah, like it's so short too, like a fucking hot minute. I was so excited for that.
I
But
mean, Sonic has better animation, of course. It's just, who knows? Maybe I gotta watch the Sonic Prime Kai if someone ever makes a Kai version of this. Like, please do so.
No, you have to look for the Sonic One paste.
The Sonic Prime paste, the one paste.
Yeah.
Just literally skip episode 3
Yeah.
and 4.
It literally just like trims season 3.
It's the only season. Yeah, they fixed season 3.
By trimming the fuck out of it. Sonic Price or Price. No, I
Yeah.
give up. Come on, Sonic fans! You can make fucking amazing fan games, but you can't give us Sonic One Piece. Like, come on.
Yeah, just fix season 3. It's all I gotta touch. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I could do it. I just illegally can't. But anyway, that's it for Sonic Prime. Now I think we can all just skip over Sonic and Friends because I guarantee nobody's seen
when
this.
I first saw this in there, in my mind, I was like, "What in the fuck is that?"
I had no idea that this existed. This looks like the baby Looney Tunes of Sonic.
It might
Oh,
actually be.
You better not make a 5-minute discussion out of this. I would like to see you try, but please.
No, I'm not. I'm not even gonna give him the chance. Eli, you slap that bitch on a tier list, and we're moving on. Yeah, we're moving on to Knuckles, the final new thing before we get Shadow animation and getting Sonic 3 movie. And if, in case you guys are wondering why we didn't wait for those, I did not want to have recency bias in this. So, and you can probably see a discussion video on John's channel at some point. But anyway, all right, the Knuckles show, guys. 3, 2, 1, go.
And this is what I made this tier for.
Alright, gotta make a little change here. There we go. Oh, no, there we go.
Oh my god, y'all are haters.
Okay. Ignoring the fact that I saw this coming, you should have saw this coming as well.
Yeah.
And now, Kevin, Eli, let's all look at where John put it.
John,
I mean,
for this.
I'll be fair and say, like, when the Knuckles show has Knuckles in it, it's actually good. Like, it's quite nice because I've already said that Knuckles himself is like one of my favorite characters in the Sonic movie verse. My second favorite behind Robotnik, and I still think he's fun. He's like fun in this show. Like, it's fun to see him just still interact with the human characters, still trying to understand Earth customs, and still like getting everybody in trouble because he doesn't know any better about how Earth works. It's like, this quest becomes even more glorious, and it's like, hey, you want some chips? Or it's like scaring off the construction workers and everything. Like, everything about the Knuckles show with Knuckles himself is perfectly fine. It's good. Like, even the problem is, this isn't the Knuckles show. This is the Wade Whipple show. This is Wade, and his like, in the movies he's just fine. Like, he's a character that's there for like the right amount of time as a side character. He's like, he has fine moments with Agent Stone and Tom. Like, he doesn't overstay his welcome. Like, but here we get to see him. What I assume is he's supposed to be like a 30-something interacting with his 30-something sister, but instead of acting 35, they're 5. Like, it gets real annoying there, and like it got to the point as like the show went on with progressively less Knuckles in the Knuckles show, where like every time Knuckles was not on screen, my brain would just start to like shut down. Like, it's just like, okay, where's Knuckles? Like, I feel sorry for you, Noah, because I'm pretty sure that you, like, if I remember right, you've seen this 3 times.
Yeah, I sure did.
And like the second time, I know, is when I saw it, and like then I think it was Kevin you showed it to the 3rd time.
I think
and
Kevin
like,
was there the second time.
2 times.
Oh wait, yeah, no. Like the 3rd time, it was initially Jeremy, but he fucking dipped
Jeremy.
after episode 4. Like
Very fair.
he fucking dipped off. Yeah, and then the only reason we kept watching is because Lily didn't see it and she was there, so we're like, okay, well, I don't want to stop because Lily wants to see it all for some reason. I don't remember if she liked it or not,
Well,
but
Jeremy has a
I can't remember
short
happening.
fan. Like he never finishes anything. So
I mean that's true. But the show was also really bad.
I mean his father was a character that I was like, okay, that's all right. I mean, because he was an actor, he was played by an actor that I actually recognized, so I was like, okay, so that's fine. So I mean, like as a character, his father was like, okay, whatever, but like the actor was like, all right, it's a nice catch. But like, yeah, like there's like points where I know it got to the point where you were like timing how long it was until we would see Knuckles again.
In the final episode, yeah.
episodes. Yeah. But yeah, like Knuckles show, when it's the Knuckles show, it's a fun show. But it's not really the Knuckles show. And like when it's not the Knuckles show, it gets kind of old and annoying, and it's like, and it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, kind of. I mean, it does have its moments. Everything with Knuckles, and then there's the like the puppet part of the story of Knuckles' scene or whatever, which is otherwise like a wacky out of place thing. But like the puppet part was like the thing where we like all laughed at it, and I was like, okay, that's kind of funny. But like the rest of that episode, that episode 4, that was like the first hint. That was like, okay, this is definitely not the Knuckles show, because like Knuckles is barely in that episode. Like he's only in the very beginning and very end, and like the rest of it is like a mind screw kind of thing where it's like, okay, why is this all happening? Is this even a Sonic show anymore? Does this have anything to do with any sort of Sonic related characters? Like I know that Imagine Sequence has like their version of like the Iblis Trigger from like 06. But
Facebook Marketplace.
But yeah, the Knuckles.
Shut
It's
up.
it's very
John. Shut.
it's
the
very
fuck up.
clear.
Shut up.
It's very clear.
If this fucking piece of shit is the main star of the Shadow Show, oh my god, Kevin will fucking rip your fucking balls from inside your nutsack out of your mouth.
Probably.
Is Shadow supposed to get his own show?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's confirmed already.
Well, okay.
I'm very terrified now. That is.
But oh dang, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. I mean, yeah, like everything with Knuckles himself is fine, and Sonic and Tails at the beginning is nice too. Like even Maddie, because like Maddie's a character we're familiar with. Like it's nice seeing her too. And Tom doesn't even show up, does he?
No.
Like I don't think Tom's in the show at all.
They couldn't afford him.
Yeah, and the villain, well, not necessarily like Team Rocket or whatever their names were, like those two Team Rocket type characters that were using the mechs. I don't remember their names, but like the buyer guy that like fights Knuckles on like a copy paste of the climax from the first movie.
Ventriloquist or some shit, Executor, whatever the fuck his name.
The buyer, I guess, is what it was called. They didn't even really have
the buyer.
Yeah.
Just showed up like 3 times in the entire show. That's it.
Yeah, he was a nothing villain to me. That climax was just a repeat of the Sonic 1 movie
John,
climax.
if you're trying to change your mind, you're doing a really bad job at it.
But yeah, this show didn't really give much to work with. Like if it had, like I understand why it's the way that it is, because it's like they don't really have the budget to keep. They probably just don't have the budget to keep Knuckles on screen for very long, so that's why he's not a part of the show as much as you should be, even when it's the freaking Knuckles show.
Look, I'm sorry. Like, if that's the case, make it a shorter show then,
Yeah,
and
really.
put the budget into making a good story too.
This was like what, eight episodes, was it?
Six.
6. Okay, yeah.
Can we just talk about John's screen right now? Like,
No, let's not.
Not really.
can we just tell
Okay.
him to
For
take it off?
some reason, I thought it was 8 episodes. For some reason, I mean, it
I
does
want to
sound
hear
fun
Noah and Kevin's take next. I already heard you like
moments, but yeah, Knuckles. Like why with the Knuckles show? Like why Wade Whipple show? So Wade Whipple, you whipped me. Like ow,
Oh my.
ow,
Okay,
it hurts.
Okay. Noah or Kevin next.
Kevin, you can go.
Okay. I agree with Eli in that last sentence. Why? Why? Why?
That editing is awful.
Why? Oh my! Stop it! Get back to your tier list. Fucko. No, I'm putting it on my tab.
Honestly, I would rather see this than Knuckles show in A tier.
You know what? Fair point. Like, where do I even begin? Like, okay, first episode was nice. I really enjoyed it. Not a lot of Wade Whipple, but he was still there. It was tolerable. And then fucking like the next episode later, they fucked everything up. And it was like one hippie trip after another. It's like, why is the family so fucked up beyond belief? I hate Wade now.
Why is the family fucked?
In the first and second movie, it's like, you know what, he's fine. He's like a comic relief ticket. And then, I don't want to know anything about. Should stay away forever. Like, I don't want him in the third movie whatsoever. Like, he's done. It's over. He's the worst fucking family I've ever seen in my life.
Damn.
Like, I guess the mother's fine. It's all right. She's chill.
Please tell me the only reason is because the father's British.
But it's just why is he British?
Damn.
Why?
You weren't supposed to follow along that.
How come no one else in the family's British, but he is?
What do you
Their genes are really strong.
I feel like this entire show is like a train ride. Like first episode, the train like starts up, takes off, starts going down the rails on its merry way.
Yeah, the only good part
second
of the
episode-
entire
second
show is
episode.
every single Knuckles bit.
First episode is a nice calm ride for the train. Second episode, the train starts to like kind of sputter a bit.
It crashed.
Episode 3, Episode 3, the train goes off the rails. Episode 4, it crashes. Episode 5, it burns. Episode 6, it explodes.
No, it exploded in 2. Like, I couldn't fucking do. I can't believe I watched that shit twice. And I know I will be more so for Noah.
I watched it
at
twice.
3.
I watched it twice too. And
Well, he
I
watched
remember
it
like
three times,
the second time over, by the time we like reached episode 6, I just stopped paying attention the second time.
I did.
Just like,
oh,
I'm doing
fuck
my
you,
own
John. But like,
thing. She's the worst character. She's definitely the worst character. She's the one that drags her down.
Character ever.
Fuck
Like,
WandaVision.
I'm fucking sorry, Princess Elise and Chris Thorndike. Oh my
Yeah, I
god.
know. I was about to fucking apologize to them. Literally just to apologize to them, Chris. I know I talked some shit to you, but you know what? I think we got off the wrong end. I think maybe we can have bygones be bygones. And at least I know that you're part of the those Sonic fandoms. I understand. At least we all had one experience of that somewhere as a kid. So, you know what? Yeah, it's fine. I just didn't understand you more. I think we were misunderstood. What? Wait, sister, so much.
Yeah.
She should have died in that episode.
Damn.
I don't care.
She
I'll
should
go
have
fuck.
died.
Okay, I wish you died instead.
I'd rather die than watch this again for the third time. I fucking hate this. Like I want my. How long is this? Like 2 hours of it?
3 hours, I think. Almost 3 hours.
Yes. Oh my fuck.
Yeah, they could have been your napping time.
I want my 6 hours of life back.
Just be safe.
So Noah, I want to hear your thoughts now.
Oh my god. Okay.
He was like, no, I gotta talk about this crap again.
Alright, well, I gotta put this shit to bed because, you know, did we do a podcast of this? Yes, we did.
Yeah,
We did.
Okay, so this might literally be the last time I ever talk about this goddamn show, so.
Good.
Alright. Alright, so. Okay, so I don't think I've actually ever seen a show get progressively worse from start to finish. Because, like, the first one came out, it was pretty good, you know? You got some laughs, you got some Wade, unfortunately, but, like, okay, you know what, let's start with Wade, okay? Like, he was a very, very harmless character in the movies. Like, honestly, watching the first movie again, he barely, like, he only really is in, like, 3 scenes in the whole movie.
And that's what it works just fine. That's what comic relief is.
He was slightly more annoying in Sonic 2 because
I didn't bother much of that. I thought he was fine.
He's there with,
only
like,
slightly.
He's doing like the Agent Stone interrogation scene.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
fine.
that's
I like that
big.
scene.
Yeah, but like, whatever. But like, the thing, the Wade Whipple, who's in like top 5 most screen time in the whole franchise in terms of the movie verse, is disgusting. Like, he has more screen time than Robotnik does. Fucking nasty.
Yeah.
Oh shit. His heart attack came sooner than expected. But
Oh no.
but yeah, no, episode one was good. In fact, it was the only one that had some involvement with the original writers from the actual movies, which, according to people, shouldn't be a big difference because, you know, I don't remember if, like, he was heavily in the writing. Maybe he was just their supervisor or whatever. But my god, he must have did something, because the quality difference from the first episode to the second to the third to the fourth to the fifth to especially the final one, he must have had some fucking Disney magic in him. Because, like, goddamn, like, I'm gonna be honest, like, nobody brought up Patrick Mac. Like, you know, a lot. The Echidna Elder.
Oh.
Jeez, okay. Sorry, I need to recover from that.
Man,
So, like,
I really hate that you remember Wade's sister and not Patrick.
okay.
Well, you
Okay,
like Sonic
I lost
Man.
I lost a few HP from that.
No, I
like
remember
Patrick
he
Mac.
was-
Okay,
I
I'm gonna
remember he was in the show. I just don't remember his name.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna piss off the fan base. I'm ready for it. Patrick Mac in this show is better than the actual one because he's an actual character. He's not some generic warlord who just wants power. He's a pretty chill guy. He has a lot of funny moments. In fact, he's probably the most well balanced character in the show.
Yeah. I love that scene where he's like rising to heaven and then just.
Oh yeah, that was so funny, but it also looked kind of cheap, but it also made me laugh because of it, because it looked like somebody like dragged and clicked him and he's trying to fit him into the hole. That shit was funny. I love that shit so much.
Like at times he goes through things and other times he doesn't.
It was so that was great. I loved that. You know, cute like Sonic and Tails cameo. You know, Knuckles. The first thing we see is him doing a level from the Sonic show. I want to go bowling again. And honestly, like, I'm so glad they avoided so many tropes, because like Knuckles wants to make Wade a warrior, and Wade wanted Knuckles to train him to be a better bowler. And I'm so glad they got that shit out of the way, that misunderstanding out of the way in the first episode, because, like, God, that's a tiring trope. Hey, you want to do this thing? Oh, yeah, I do want to do... Yeah. What the fuck? This is not what we grew on. Yes, it is. You know, I don't like that kind of thing. The Team Rocket, Jesse and James, like they were pretty. in some cases they're kind of cringe, but like in others they're pretty fun. The action scenes in this show is actually pretty good. Like I like all the actions are pretty cool. Like I'm honestly surprised because a low budget show and you have human versus not a real character, and the action does still look good. I'm very impressed by that.
Yeah, like all the Knuckles parts are the best part of the whole thing. Like they didn't
exactly.
Like even in episode 3 with like that's when the cracks like really start to show, like that action sequence towards the end of the episode where like goes around the island, like the kitchen island, and they're like fighting all the mooks. Like I think that's
that episode, but yeah, you're right, that was a cool scene.
Yeah.
But okay, so like episode 2, pretty harmless. It's got some laughs, got some not too much of Wade taking over the show, but like I can definitely see the seeds being planted. And I did think it was funny that his police training was just watching Bad Boys. I did think that was kind of funny. But like episode 3 is when it starts becoming a shit show, like literally a shit show. Cause like, oh my god, Wanda is the worst Sonic character ever made.
Well, that's her name.
Like worst character ever. Still can't believe they got away with a Holocaust joke. Their Knuckles was there, and like this shouldn't bother me as much as it does, but I hate it when a show or any other media is like, oh man, we came together and we protected the candle, our traditions. Yeah, I'm sorry, you must be really fucking old to not, and you might be going senile. Your children didn't do shit.
I really,
Knuckles did everything.
I really wanted Knuckles to like just blow out the candles. Just for jokes.
You remember that Sonic short where Elise is like, I'm in love with you, Sonic, we be together, and then he just blows the candle. I wish Knuckles just blew the candle.
Yep.
We all came together.
Well, that's pretty like Sonic and Elise at the end of Sonic 06. Look at the flame.
Yeah.
Like, this is where everything began. Oh.
Episode 4 has like two really good jokes, and the rest is either boring as shit or close to being offensive to a Sonic fan. You know, a real Sonic fan like me, not like John. He's fake as shit. But like the two jokes is that like fucking during the play, Knuckles' dad turns into a puppet, and that was so fucking funny. And a lot of people disagree with me on this, but I really like this joke where like Wade's like, I figured it out, and Patrick O'Mac is like, wait, that wasn't the lesson. He's like, no, I got it. Just fucking leaves. And then it gets owned and it comes back. By the way, I don't know if a lot of people will notice that, but Patrick O'Mac going, wait, no, that wasn't the lesson. That's the last time you see him. Like, he doesn't have any other scenes after that.
Wow.
Then I was
like, to me, episode 4 was, I'm a little over it now, but episode 4 was kind of insulting to me because you can look at it as a nice Sonic tribute being a stage play, but like, I'm just seeing a bunch of shit that would have been great animated. Like, apparently, in this universe, Knuckles fought Iblis to get his fire fists, and they're called the Flames of Disaster. Man, that'd be so cool if it was animated, you know, instead of this low-budget opera.
The real Knuckles was there to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that puppet. That's so fucking funny. Also, a lot of people will think that looks like Ken Penders, which, if it is, nice fuck you to him. But yeah, no, episode 5, like 3 and 4 were just bad. But like episode 5 and especially 6, Knuckles is not in it for more than half of each episode. Like Knuckles is literally like, hey, I'm gonna help you talk to your dad through this product placement Apple EarPod. And then once he's like, well, my job here is done, and then we literally Literally don't see him until the last few seconds of the episode. And in episode 6, like Eli brought up, I literally timed how long the bowling shit was compared to seeing Knuckles. I don't remember the time at the top of my head, but I definitely know it was more than half of the episode for the finale. And the finale was just a low-budget version of the Sonic 1 finale.
Yeah.
And when I saw that ending, when I saw the ending shot where they were gonna high five but they couldn't because that cost animation,
That was so cringe.
it was so cringe, yeah. And like I look at the show, and this show is Sonic 1. And this is what people were afraid Sonic 1 was gonna be. Where it was gonna focus squarely on the humans and not enough on the character that we actually care about. Thankfully, in Sonic 1, they did this good. And in Sonic 2, they did it better. And then Knuckles showed us is a literal window showing us what this franchise could have been.
It's the closest we're going to get to seeing the original version of the first movie.
Yeah. And by the way, those Flames of Disaster text is so fucking cringe. and Wade going, "The Flames of Disaster!" I'm like, oh, fuck yourself.
The fucking of is not even like dead center. It's like straight, like planted.
It's like squished in. Like the O looks more like a D.
Actual ass.
the Flames diff disaster.
the eye in disaster isn't even like straight. Like
You're not straight. Shut up.
Yeah, you're very bisexual right now. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, no, like I fucking hate this show. Like, it is not the Knuckles show. It's the Wade show. Honestly, they missed a great opportunity to call the show Wade and Knuckles to make a joke from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Yeah. But no, they knew that it wasn't gonna sell if they did that, so they put Knuckles on it, and I guarantee you, I'm willing to put down a fucking paycheck if, like, this show's story, it being a bowling show, I guarantee it was a Paramount Plus show that they knew wasn't gonna sell well, so they put Knuckles in it to make it sell. Guarantee it. Guarantee. It was gonna be a generic bowling show, but they wanted it to sell, so they put Knuckles in it.
Because, like, I'm pretty sure Wade never showed, like, any interest in bowling, like, in the movies before this.
Oh, no.
I don't even knew him.
It was strictly the cup.
I
mean,
granted, but we didn't want to know him.
Yeah. Like, maybe
Nobody
if he had, like,
gave
a
a
bowling
fuck
trophy
about
or
Wade.
something on the side of his desk or something, just like his little Easter egg, but I don't know.
And, like, just to wrap up my thoughts, is that, like, it's very disappointing for like, when we heard we were gonna get a Knuckles show, you know, we were like, oh, what could it be? Like, could it be a backstory show where we can look into Knuckles' backstory? Or maybe this is the introduction of Rouge trying to steal the Master Emerald while everybody else is on vacation. I heard that rumor pop up early in development. Like, you know, it could have been, like, Rouge's debut or something. No, we got a bowling show about a human character that nobody gives a fuck about.
That should have stayed.
And I'm going to be honest, it may not be the worst. It may not be the worst Sonic piece of media in the world. You know, people bring up fucking SonicJam.com. But to me, this is my personal most hated Sonic project ever.
As is mine.
Because at least in like Genesis or like fucking Jam.com or any of the Game Gear games, I'm expecting garbage. I expected so much more from this show, and it to say it didn't deliver would be the understatement of the fucking century.
It is probably mine too, because it's like the only one that makes me like kind of tune out. Like, I think even the first time I watched it, I was just kind of like like I already mentioned, it was just kind of like a short circuit moment. It was just like, okay, wait, did I miss something? I kind of started zoning out. It was just like, oh man, because like even with the Sonic games I've played that I don't really get into as much, like it's like, oh, that's neat. This has a good audience for it. Like maybe it's not necessarily the Sonic game for me, but I see why people really like it and stuff. But like this is just no, just Knuckles. Where's Knuckles in the Knuckles show? Where is Knuckles?
All right.
Where could Knuckles be?
To be fair, John, though that's when everybody was tricked into thinking this was this was going to be a Knuckles show, and Paramount Plus shows don't do that well. So yeah, of course it was going to be a success.
You can be iCarly somehow. That's crazy.
I'd rather watch that iCarly reboot than this.
Yeah, that's actually a good show. That's actually a good show, but I'm not resubscribing to Paramount Plus again.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pirate this shit from now on. Cause like, fun fact, like I got Paramount Plus to see the iCarly show. You know, I used my free trial on that, and then when the Knuckles show came out, I actually had to pay to get it again. So I wasted my fucking money. That's why I pirated when showing all of you guys, so you didn't do the same mistake. Whether be thankful.
Can I talk about Knuckles for once now? Jesus.
Yes. You can.
You're absolutely wrong.
Yeah. You end us on a positive note, even though it's false.
I won't take as long as Eli, I promise. So,
damn,
because I want to go. So, anyways.
I want to go home.
So, anyways, Knuckles. Now, I understand y'all's like concerns on why the show is like didn't live up to your expectations. Now, from hearing all the reviews and the impressions I heard from people, they've already mentioned that we didn't see much of Knuckles. So I went into that mindset of not expecting much of Knuckles. Now I know the show does have flaws, of course. No show or piece of media is perfect. Now, I don't hate Wade Whipple, okay? In fact, I don't mind him. He's like in the movies, he can be pretty funny, you know. I think just having him screen time is kind of it brings a nice little chuckle in some way. But having his own show is like it's kind of an interesting move that they did. Now the fact they did it over bowling, I find that hilarious. Like it's stupid, but it's also funny. I don't really take the show seriously either.
Oh my god!
Because I don't know, I just find it.
I hate those titles. He's not even the only YouTuber that said that. Knuckles is great and you're just mean. Maybe I am mean, but you're also stupid.
but the thing is, I rewatched it with my friend lately too, who's been watching the Sonic movies and he's been wanting to see Knuckles watching Wade bowl. He already knew that Wade was gonna go bowling anyways, and he said he enjoyed it more than he thought he did. It's pretty funny.
Is he a Sonic fan?
Not a major one.
That explains it.
He's a cat. I say he's a very filthy casual Sonic fan.
I thought you were about to say he's a Kevin.
No, I don't want to be another Kevin.
Yeah, I'm glad because you can't be me.
Exactly, you're too special and too unique.
Oh, you too. I mean, you're wrong about the Knuckles show thing, but special.
Fuck it too, though. Jesus, fuck off. But
you're special nonetheless, and I really appreciate it.
But yeah. No, I enjoy the Knuckles screen time he's had. Like, it's really nice. Idris Elba did a great job. I think the Knuckles screen time was pretty fun, I'd say. I do enjoy it. Wade's sister, I agree. She is like the worst Sonic character in history. Like, she's very bad. Stupid. But the fact that made Knuckles Jewish is kind of weird and wacky. But, like I said, and there's also so much pop culture media references. Like, me and my friend made a joke. I think we already made this joke before, but they spent all the budget towards these licensed music and the product placement. Fucking AirPods, Doritos, Ninja Turtles, Facebook Marketplace.
A lot of Ninja Turtles.
Like they can afford all that stuff and not having more screen time with Knuckles or anything. It's kind of funny. The villain was just nothing, but I don't know. Like I think this show is fun. In some way, if you just have low expectations, like because this is aimed for a casual audience, I'd say this is more like towards like the casual audience than hardcore Sonic fans. I know hardcore Sonic fans were expecting Knuckles lore, how we survived through the Echidna tribe war against owls, but no, it just became a fucking sitcom. But I don't know it. Like I don't know. Like, I mean, like the show does have its problems, of course, and I can see why fans are frustrated with it. But I don't know. I learned to appreciate it more in my second watch. It's like, this show isn't really as bad. Like it's just kind of funny. Like I don't take it seriously. Like I feel like it's a good time to just be like, what the fuck. I think even like episode 2 with the Wade trying to like plan out to go against Agent Mason and Willoughby in that hotel or whatever, trying to go against him. Like how he thought the plan's gonna work out, like he was all flawless as a suit and everything, but no, when he did in reality, it all fucked up. But I don't know. What did I put? I put on A. I would rather put this over any of the classic Sonic cartoons, especially Underground. Yes, no, I'd watch this over Sonic Prime.
I already know your dumb opinions, and I've accepted it.
But yeah,
I don't know,
like,
the planet Earth is such a big place. You're bound to just not agree with people, and that's what my therapist has been telling me.
yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I think people are too harsh on this show, but I feel like if you just put it in a normie mindset, I think you'll be fine.
Bro, we've seen it like 2-3 times.
I saw it twice.
We already know about what happened.
You're just a hater, okay?
I am, and it's gonna be that way the rest of my life, because after today, I'm never talking about this show again.
We need
show. I'll be like, huh? There's another
next
show?
year in Stadium. We need a bowling spinoff, please.
No, we do not.
I mean, bowling, yes. I'm not talking about the show though. It's just gonna be a normal ass bowling.
Yeah.
Oh, we're literally gonna run.
Unless you want to pick a fight with James. Unless you want to pick a fight with James and Jesse on the bowling alley and not get thrown out, go right ahead.
Like imagine like a Kevin spinoff show and it features Kevin playing bowling. Like, I don't know.
At least it'll be about me. It says me on the title, so yeah.
No, but it'll feature Noah for some reason.
Well, I am pretty great, so that wouldn't be too bad.
Well, I would be apologizing to the Knuckles show then.
You're so mean.
I mean, you're the one who starts holding me comment.
I think you're making shit up.
Are you sure? I think you're making your shit up.
I really want someone to do a TGMG spinoff and not feature me in it, feature a side character. Like I want the Jeremy show.
What are you talking about? We already did that. Jeremy, me, and Sean did a Vermont trip.
Yeah, but where's the Vermont vlog? I don't see one.
Oh, you want a vlog? Okay, I'll remember that for next time. But anyway, that's all the time we have. Let's see our total time here. It has been 3 hours and 46 minutes.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's to be expected with these kinds of videos.
I know.
Thanks, Eli and Kevin.
Damn.
How about by me? I talked the least, actually.
Especially Eli the most.
I talked at least like with everything except the movie stuff, pretty much. Like I think the movie, well, maybe Adventures of Sonic as well, but like everything else, I was mostly silent on.
You don't have to justify it, we know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and remember, this series has always been a mistake. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.